Oh, hey, everybody.
What's up?
It's Wardrobe and Jeff from Hex Tags. I don't know. Maybe Brian more might join us later. I don't know. Yeah, he hasn't been around, but maybe McMurray might, but I think he's got work tomorrow. So I'm here playing not World War II. This is Ligny. I'm a huge Napoleonic gamer now. I don't know if you all knew that. I'm pretty much going to change it to Wardrobe plays Napoleonic. The likes of Eric and who else plays a ton of Napoleonics? Steve Dole just plays a little bit.
And I'm going to change my channel to Hexy Plays Naval Simulations.
Right. Well, no, you can't even joke about that because you won't even play one little simple game like that. At least I'm playing. At least I branch out and try new things. You just stick to one thing always. East Front Civil War. No, so I am in turn 1700. So this is SPI's quad game. Napoleon's Last Battles from 1976. I was 6 when this came out, which is kind of fun to think about.
Damn.
And what's funny to me is 6-year-old Todd, no way. But like when I was starting to play like at 12, I don't think I could have handled these rules. I really don't. Because I think I don't know. I probably needed to take ADHD medicine or something. But anyway, it's pretty simple. This is the same level as what McMurray and I were playing when we played Battle of Bulge. Would you agree with that, Jeff?
Yeah, a couple little more complexities or subtleties, but yeah.
It rates it as a 4 in their SPI world of things, which is about middle for them. Like it says, Monopoly is a 2.76, and kind of ranks up some of their own games. It said Panzer Blitz was a 7.01.
Really?
Yeah. Which I guess, I don't know.
In a sense, it could be because you have so many different weapons types.
That's true. Yeah. But anyway, so Jeff and I were just sitting there talking. He goes, "You should go live," and Charles Latour wins. Yay! All at both channels because he's a cool guy. No, there's no face-to-face here. I'm by myself doing the good old solo thing. So anyway, I'm on the 4th turn here, and I think I'm nearing the game end. So basically, it's kind of an elimination game. This is the first scenario. No leaders on board. And the French are just getting their tails kicked. And the French shouldn't be. Like, the French should, wipe up the Prussian. And so what's happening is there's demoralization levels, strength points. So you use the strength points, like this is 2 strength points, 3, 4. And if the French have to take these towns. I'm sorry. They have to get the Prussians to their demoralization level, which the French have power to lower this 55 number. Because if they do, they get them to that number, and they have not lost greater than, and they've lost less than 35 points, they win. They're at 30 points lost right now. So they can only lose 5 more. If they lose 5 more, they can't win. So they need to lose 5 more. The Prussians need to lose 55, and they've only lost 8 so far. 8 to 30.
So Field Marshal Todd Kowski was very aggressive with the Prussians.
Yeah, well, I mean, I saw an opening. I've seen an opening to do that, so I'm taking advantage of it. The French, it's kind of cool. The French do have they can lower this Prussian demoralization level by occupying 7 town hexes, and for every one, it's 3. So they could knock it down 21 points down to 34, which would make it almost even to theirs. So that's one way the French can control it, which I think is pretty cool. So you can control the town, knocks down the demoralization level of the Prussians. But the thing is, that demoralization means only they can't advance. I was using the rule Old Guard, but I decided an optional rule. I decided not to use it because because if you do that, they can't advance, and like there's no way the French can get it. Because even if I clear out a town next in battle, I can't move in there, and then the Prussians will just retake it. So I changed that so that I can do that. So now I'm moving up here the French into attack because they need to attack. They just have to. They don't have a choice. So I'm going to use cavalry to go around the edge. They're kind of all the French are getting around, and I think just slowly I'll just move the Prussians around. But I've got to take these Ligny town hexes for sure. So, boom. That's kind of what's going on here.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. To win it, you don't have any choice. So,
right. I'm just going to have to make some seriously weird attacks here. I wonder if I can move him in. Can he? Everything's very easy in here. Line of sight's easy.
Zone of control.
Oh, gosh, we got 9 people watching. What the heck? Yeah, let us know who's watching. You don't have to chat with us. Just let us know. The line of sight's pretty easy. Zone of controls, because there's not a whole lot here, but these crests kind of do some weird things.
Yeah, speak up if you're out there. Say hey, I'm watching. Even if it's only for a moment or two, let us know.
Okay, that blocks because I think there's 2 blocking. That doesn't because there's only 1. No, it doesn't matter if I move the artillery here because they can't see that guy anyway because he's on that side.
This is still one of the great classic games.
I think I might agree with you on that. I mean, the way it's playing and
Michael, what's up, buddy?
Well,
Oh hi. Oh, you watching the Tennessee Ohio game? Has that started yet?
Is that today?
Yeah, tonight. I'm sure it's probably almost over.
All I know is the home teams are winning.
Yeah. Hobbs Wings game. Ryan, what's up, buddy? Just finished the Habs Wings game. Okay, my bad. I watched my Caps recover their 2-game losing streak last night. So this is like, you've never even touched a Napoleon game before, have you? Oh, yeah, you tried Fiend.
I did try Fiend.
Which is weird that you didn't like that because it's just like GCACW.
Well,
which you love.
And it's comes from this game, really.
Oh, he's shifting the front. D-Day at Peleliu. You know, I think the only thing about that system is I'm kind of curious about it, but the map dots color thing throws me for a loop. Kind of like the enemy action Ardennes. That's why I started to play that until I get down.
All right, let's do some attacks. Hey, Brian, it's been a while, man. Good to see you. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, Fiends. Yeah, I think part of my thing with that is it's an intro game. That's cool, but I don't know, something about it. You know, I feel like something was missing or something. You know, I mean, I don't know what might.
Whoa! Hey! Oh, I'm glad you bought that one.
You don't have that one?
That's right. Dibs.
Jeff pretty much is excited about when I buy something that he wants.
Yeah. Winner's victory now. Okay, so now, Brian, I haven't played it yet. I've got it. But when I was looking through it and punching everything out and getting it cleaned up and ready to play, I was like, wait a minute. This is Wellington's victory, pretty much. And then someone enlightened me on that and said, "Why, yes, it comes from that." So I have some knowledge of that game. It's been a few decades since I played it, but look at the focus. Look at the concentration. Look at the veins popping out of the top of his left hand as he strategically places those counters.
These veins, I've had many nurses tell me, "Oh, you have nice veins. You have easy veins too."
Nice veins.
I'm like, "Oh, stop, please."
Okay, so I see Brian and Michael. Chuck, I know what Chuck's doing. Did you guys play any Battle of the Bulge games for this month. There's Andrew.
What's up,
Get
sir?
your food. Get your food, buddy. And we can't hear you.
10-4, 2-1. Come on, buddy. 2-1 attack. Frenchies are attacking. 2-1. Oh, good Lord. Attack or retreat.
Oh, why?
I know. All right, let's try something else.
Oh, I got to bring him in. That might help.
I'm trying to say, yeah, I'm making the food.
I'm like, damn it, he can't talk again.
No, all good.
Did you get your food, buddy?
Making some, I cooked the spaghetti already. Doing the sauce and the meatballs now.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm not angry about it.
Well, Todd's creating some salsa meatballs here, so
Yeah, I just heard attack or retreat again.
he's just destroying the French without.
Oh, well, that's
and
good.
why he's destroying the French while he's rolling for the French?
Oh. It's those toddy attacks, man. He likes the 1 to 2s and 2 to 1s and 1 to 1s.
Michael, if you do play that, I'd like to know how that works out for you, buddy.
Attack or retreat.
Oh my God! Can I start rolling dice here?
Jeff,
Yeah.
you might find this hard to believe, but Todd actually attacked in Battle of the Bulge.
Well, I saw the one right before I got off and went to bed.
Oh, okay. Yep, that was it.
So he's got his prerequisite at one in.
Yeah, he got the one. That's the requirement.
Did he get an attack or retreat?
No, we got stuck there for like 3 turns.
No. How'd that game end up? I didn't watch the end of the last stream.
Well, sounds like somebody knows what Jeff's doing tonight.
Well,
Todd,
must not have been good because Todd left World War II and went all the way back to the Napoleonics.
That's true. Wardrobe very charitably
Oh, for Pete's sake.
surrendered.
Attack or retreat.
Okay, Todd. You know how you got the CRT? And it's got those things at the top? Can you show us the CRT, Todd?
What's up, Alan?
What?
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, you can't see it. Just a second. No, I'm not going to show it to you. You're being.
It's probably better that we don't see it.
Well, I think the
That's
French.
true.
I think the French just lost. They did. I just did it.
He just destroyed them.
That's it. And they lost. So they had to retreat out of there. So then these guys would advance into there. So then that wouldn't be right there.
Alan,
So-
I just posted 2 videos tonight that will release on the 31st. Can you guess what battle they're from?
Hmm.
The Battle of Father Time.
All right. Well, that's it, everybody. The game's over.
God, you need to reset this and start again.
What happened?
I have a hard time doing that. I gotta be.
He lost Ligny in 15 minutes.
No, that's not true. I played
16.
I played 3.5 turns. 3.5 out of 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, halfway.
You're halfway there. Whoa! The French don't have a prayer.
French dice rolls don't have a prayer.
Yeah,
What?
man.
I mean, here's the thing. Andrew's right. I mean, when you're you're attacking 1-to-1, you have a 50% chance of either defender retreating or attacker retreating. And I mean, so it's 50-50.
So you were just attacking 1-to-1?
Right, because I literally could not get more than that in there. So
Okay, all right, here we go. Now, see, Jerry's just asked the question. So, read the rule, Todd, that says when you're not
Okay.
playing the campaign game, you start on the reduced side.
all right, here we go. Yeah, so Jerry, there's 2 or 3 videos out there at least. There may be more, but that I've seen.
Mikey.
where everyone's playing the game and the units are all like this. Right? Okay. And that's fine, but I'm like, I think I might have read either I read it wrong or they read it wrong, or there's a errata somewhere. Okay, let's see here. That's going to be a second. So, guys, vamp while I take a look at this here.
Is Todd using the straight rules or in the triple zeros mods? Are we missing something?
Yeah, I'm using these.
Gerard, hello. Oh, you're using what came in the box.
Oh, okay. See, Meandering Mike, you're one of the videos I watched. Okay, well, let me take a look here. Okay, where did I read that? Setting up the game. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I guess I could just read it here and see blah 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 blah. Okay, I'll read it. I'll read it out loud here when I get to the thing that matters here. Blah, blah. Okay, some units will be shown at their reduced or reversed strength. So, like I've shown you, I'll just flip one over so you can see the difference. It's not a big deal, but there's the difference.
We upped it to 16, Gerard. All right, so it's not everybody; it's only some, and they should be marked on the map as such. Okay. Oh yes, this requires a replay.
Wow, weird. Okay. Okay, some units will be shown on the reduced. These units only are set up showing the reverse side, the side with the white band across it. Oh, okay. You're telling me that, like, okay, I'll look here on the map here in a second. Unit setups for the campaign game only. Units can be flipped over only in the campaign game. Unit setups for the campaign game only. Unit setups for the campaign game only, these in Label Alliance only, are identified as such directly on the map. Should not be used in the fellow game and vice versa. The initial deployment hex of leaders. Okay, that's only a campaign game. Wow, I don't know. Huh. Okay, so like, it's going to take me forever to find one of these. That was one thing, because everything's so small here. Let's see if I can find one here. Okay. I mean, that'd make a huge difference. So I wonder see, this is what I mean. This is why I have a hard time. I think I don't think I have dyslexia, but maybe I have something else. I mean,
I believe in you, buddy.
You played enough games with me, Andrew. You know, I just twist things when I'm reading them. It drives me crazy. But.
Todd's not that good at reading, guys. Used to be called dyslexia. Nowadays, we just call it special. No, I'm kidding.
I took one of those in the army.
And he always tries his hardest.
All right. All right, son. Well, here's the guards are easy to find. They stand out a little bit here. So guards, charge.
Look, these guys online are all requesting a reset.
Right. So this one says 5-4.
This isn't a democracy. This is a Toddocracy.
So.
Don't worry, guys. You're going to see this delightful young man and I play lots and lots of games pretty soon here. I think Toddy got bit by the bug.
No, yeah, that's. Oh, okay. Sorry. That's okay. Well, then I guess I won't post that video up.
Aren't you live right now?
No, I'm talking about the one I was making. I was shooting video to post it afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, cool. Well, now I guess we can just sit here and chat while I flip everything over and set it up. I guess I will play again.
Yes, sir. That's what we want to hear.
Fleuris. That was okay. Well, interesting.
Toddy, I thought you did wonderful the first time, buddy.
Charles says, Todd, restart or pull out some Mahjong pieces. That's okay, buddy. That's how we roll.
Hey, you did great, Toddy.
So what do you guys want to talk about?
Oh, we're gonna watch Toga. Yeah, that's right, Jerry. You only missed the pregame warm-ups.
Yeah, that was just a scrimmage.
Yeah, I was learning how to play. Well, now I know how to play.
You were playing it fine.
I mean, in the campaign game, you're gonna. So now I assume when it says someone. Well, now I need to know. Now I got to figure out if someone's eliminated. Does that mean they just flip over one to the reduced side?
Well, the board shows you. You got the.
No. I'm talking about results. So if it says attacker eliminated, I'll have to read what it means. If you flip them over then to the reduced side.
I say you just wipe and restart.
Well, that's what I'm doing.
Well, it took you 16 minutes, so it took you longer to flip everything over.
Well,
Yeah, he read the rules. He, like many of us do, little slight misinterpretation. And that's what we do, Chuck.
Not many of us.
We tease with great friendship in mind.
Yeah, this is it's times like this. Why do I play these games? Why do I even hurt myself like this?
So let's talk about Ligny while he's flipping counters and resetting. I say that the Russians failed to be aggressive. Blooper got trapped underneath his horse and almost got captured. And I say that Grouchy failed in his pursuit to Wav in cutting the Prussians off. Who wants to argue in chat?
Discuss.
We are, Jerry. And we got to hook up sometime. You're too damn close. See if I can remember the core leader's names. Zethan, Perch. Those were two of them. Luker was overall. Zethan, Perch. Yeah, I can't remember the other two.
What are you trying to remember, Jeff?
The corps commanders for the Prussian, 4 corps of Prussians. Zethan, Perch.
Siegel.
Franz was not. Was Franz? No, Franz wasn't there.
No, he wasn't. He fought in the 48 stuff, not the 08 stuff.
Zethan, Perch. Am I going to have to go get my game? But see, I have the TSR version, but I think it's the same. Well, I have the other one too, though. I have the SPI version. My SPI version's raggedy.
Todd's got a beautiful SPI version.
He does. Quite nice. Bulow, there you go. Bulow. Von Bulow, yeah. He was 4th corps. I think Zethan and Perch were 1 and 2, weren't they? Who was 3? They had very good structure in the Prussian army.
So if you're just joining us, I'm resetting because I did finish the game, but I played it wrong.
Gerard,
everybody was just really tired when Todd played.
Which Bulge game? The Avalon Hill one or the Ardennes 2 that I was playing? Or Todd's GTS Bastogne stuff? Which one?
Todd's played a lot. Todd played SCS Bastogne also.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was dueling.
Yeah.
I think I played those correctly.
He played the H65 too.
Nice.
The GTS, I wonder. I'm not sure.
Oh, Mike says if you look on the map, you can find the corps commander names.
Yeah. Drow.
Those are the Frenchies. He would have been the guard. Drow was guard, wasn't he?
Napoleon, yeah. Malad, Drow, Napoleon.
Well, Van Dam was 3rd corps. The guard was Drow.
Jean-Claude?
Van Dam was 3rd corps. Ryle was 2nd corps. Durlan was 1st corps. Gerard was 4th. He said he just got finished watching your all's Avalon Hill 1965 Bulge play. Oh, the live stream we did. Yeah, we had 2 of them.
Yeah, thanks for watching that. Appreciate that.
Yeah, sure do. Jerry, my problem is none of them can get close enough to me to say that.
I felt bad, Todd. By the time we were wrapping up on day 2, my brain was not super duper working properly.
At the end of the game?
Yeah.
They are in Pajol. He was Prussian first cat. No, Pajol was French first cat.
You should skip to the end of that video, Jeff, and watch me try and calculate some ratios in my head. It's a little embarrassing.
Gerard, those two are in St. Louis, and I'm in West Virginia. Chris Long and Dev, the Devinator.
Oh man,
are you just joining filming? Okay. March Hare, what's up, buddy?
What I'm doing right now, everyone, is resetting because I played it incorrectly. If you just joined,
it's okay. It's like
you didn't play it incorrectly. Everybody was just really tired.
Yeah, everyone started reduced.
Oh, Gerard, you went to VMI, huh? You're just down the street here.
That's true. I did not play it wrong. I said
Devin, what has happened here is Todd got Napoleon killed.
Basically.
And he lost Ligny.
He lost Ligny.
I gained Ligny. I lost Ligny. I gained Ligny. I lost.
And the guard ran away.
And the guard. Basically, Devin, I started everyone out at the reduced level.
But I mean, ultimately, if you started the British and the French out at the reduced level, what's the difference?
Well,
do you foresee that big of an issue?
I don't know. That's what I'm kind of wondering. Everyone was reduced. It wasn't like one.
Right, Mikey?
Unless it's the Prussians that are reduced, and that could make a difference.
Lake Champlain. So you went from VMI, from being a cadet and graduating. Now you're up there fighting the French and Indian War.
Absolutely. Well, I think Champlain was mainly Revolution.
Revolution. Okay. That's Charles. You talk about knowing about ACW. There's something I don't know anything about, and that's those AWI and those wars. Now McMurray, he's a nut job for those things. So.
No, that's mainly just because it's got boats.
A boat, yeah, okay.
Um,
Now, well, Chris, not only did they run, but some of them got killed.
That happens in wars sometimes.
All right, so Jerry Todd says the 28th line in Hex 0620, he thinks they're reduced.
Which one?
The 28th line in Hex 0620.
Yeah, looks like this one's reduced. One in here. Yeah, I can see where a couple of them probably are for the Prussians. So that'll make a difference.
I was about to say, even if everybody is fresh, not reduced, I think where you would really see a difference is where people fell out quickly. But I'm not sure if it would actually play that big of a difference. You know what I mean? Because stuff's going to stick around a little longer, but everyone is. Maybe that's why it took you half the game.
Yeah, because everyone was at half. That's right. Perfect. All right, where am I? So I'm missing a guy here.
Now, Gerard, were you a cadet or were you a teacher? Jerry, are you looking at your game? You have a copy of the game you're looking at right now, or are you looking online? Because you're popping off those hex numbers like crazy.
Maybe he's watching me on a 200-inch screen. Watching me on IMAX.
Your picture, when you don't move your hand in front of your picture, is crystal clear.
He's just slaying the vassal.
Oh, you have the decision game. Now, you know what? I bought a copy of that for somebody and sent it to them, and they never played it.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, it was Rough Swordsman.
Did they? Oh, really?
I paid for it over in England from Second Chance Games and had it sent to him.
Seemed like
And
he
then,
would.
then a Marine officer, class of '83. Nice.
Seemed like he would play that because it's pretty. I mean, unless
I
he
guess
had-
somebody bamboozled him about the rules, and he never.
Oh, really?
And they probably did. It's probably got tore up.
Oh, you think they messed it up? It's been known to happen in the past with games that are redone. Or they just add too much stuff, or it's like, why'd you ruin the game? It's just fine. I mean, like, to me, this game seems to, unless there's something fundamentally flawed about it, it's like, just make the counters, like make this stuff bigger and maybe a little prettier. I don't know. I like the map myself.
Decision games, from what I mean, I don't have any issues. Although I did that one that I have, War of the Rebellion, that Civil War one that even Berg said don't play it. It's broken.
Yeah.
He's the one that created it. And wait till you see my comments, like I say, about this one that's going to release on the 31st. Sorry, you're going to have to wait.
What a tease.
I invited a true Napoleonics authority to join us.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to see if they pop on.
He's busy being a longshoreman, unloading games and stuff.
Yeah, I think that was almost 2 years ago, Mikey. I sent him that. I bought that game because he really wanted. He didn't have any Napoleonic games, and I sent him one. Tim. So somebody tell me who won the damn Vols and Buckeyes game today. I didn't get to watch it.
I did.
You did not.
Todd gave up. What are you talking about?
The football game, the college playoff game that was.
Oh,
tonight.
nobody cares. Ohio sucks.
Ooh, you're going to chase Todd's subscribers away.
Gosh, these are small.
Hey, Alan, what's on your table right now, buddy?
Oh, we got the Stigler on?
No, Alan, Camp Sawyer.
Oh.
I think Stig stayed away from the table right now for a little bit.
Get that stinking game done. I think it's getting closer, though. I bet we're going to have it before the middle of the year.
That'd be so freaking awesome. Oh, you know what would be really cool?
I know. I've already thought of it.
That would be freaking awesome.
I know, because that'd be the one that you could teach us on live. Unless he gets a review copy that he'd be willing to send you. I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen.
Now, Jerry just made a comment that reflects what you told me about how OSG stemmed from this. He thinks Napoleon's Last Gamble, OSG, is the latest iteration of this game. Huh. Interesting.
Oh. The actual, Last Gamble, yeah.
Do I have that? I have like 4 or 5.
That's Library of Napoleonic Battles.
Yeah, I'd love to get over there and just buy every one of those, but $90 minimum pop on sale.
Yeah, you got to find them used or something.
I'll just wait for Chuck and Nordic to send me all theirs.
Well,
and you'll send me yours, so I don't worry about that. Did you see that, Brian? He's got one.
No, he won't. He'll sell it to Noble Knight.
No, he's nice to me if I ask for it. I'll pay him for it.
He's kind of giving me the heads up. So
half of what he paid for it.
Oh, half would be good.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't be charitable. He's a dick.
Yeah, I was checking your Ardens 44. How many videos you got on it now? Because I probably need to pop over and look at a bunch more.
Now this is some good television right here.
That's a good point, Mike. It is going to be extra insulting when Todd sells this one to Noble Knight.
Yeah,
How is operational OSG compared to this?
What do you mean?
Now, granted, don't get me wrong. I haven't played a ton of the OSG library stuff. I like the system, but the little bit that I've played, I'm not seeing how they compare.
Well,
Tim, that'll give you time to learn those rules really thoroughly.
There you go. March has got you. OSU's up 18, 28-10.
All right.
4 minutes left in the third. Plenty of time to screw that
man,
up.
all the home teams are just like crushing them. I'm like, okay, well, that was kind of a waste.
Kansas get in?
Who?
Kansas, did they get in?
No.
I haven't kept track of any of it. I just see it when it pops up.
It'll be a long time before they make it into that.
I like that quarterback they got.
I mean, so like, and well, actually, I don't know how it differs because they have the campaign game here where you get leaders, and so I don't know how the leaders work yet.
Right.
And there you if you're not in command, you have an efficiency rating in that game, and you roll. So that's kind of cool. So like, if these guys are out of command, they might still be able to do something if you roll for them.
I mean, we missed Gerard. Good night, Gerard.
It's definitely more complicated.
Oh, is he leaving? Night, Jarg. If you're leaving us, if you're bailing on us, buddy.
Said he had to go to bed. I get it. I'm about to have to do the same thing in a few minutes here.
Oh, I didn't realize it was like 10:45.
Yeah.
All right, there they go. The French are now set up properly.
Oh.
I mean, look, if you look at the way the board's set up now, they're going to make it into these towns easy. Pardon me.
Yeah, eventually I will jump back into the OSG stuff, but I got so many things I'm doing right now. We got the videos of the one Murfreesboro game that I just posted tonight for the 31st. I'm playing a second one.
Remember that time you weren't going to tell him what it was?
I didn't tell them what game.
You just said it.
I didn't know. I didn't say the name of the game.
Okay.
So, yes. So, the 12th line is not 5-4. It is
funny, Chuck. You're funny.
24th is 5-4.
You
So there's one flip.
You only use them for the campaign.
So, let's take a look here. So I might have attacked this town with these guys initially. I don't remember, of course. So that would have been a 6 defending versus now a 8. So it was 6 versus 8. And now the new and attacking them would be 10, 15, 20, 24 for 3-1. Or so 2, 5, 8, 14.
On the one game I played, yes, Camp. You're going to laugh your ass off when you see the video, buddy.
So here's an example. So in the first time I played it, it was a 2-1 attack with everyone reduced, and now it's a 3-1 attack with everyone at full. Well, everyone at full and the one guy that's reduced. So it makes a difference if you set up correctly. The other thing that's a little bit of a difference is it'll go longer because if what happens when it says eliminated, you actually flip them to the reduced side, then that'll last longer than it's supposed to, getting rid of a unit right away. First WL. First WL. That would be interesting then to get that last gamble and see if they've got all these same battles in them.
Well, these are the last
should,
four
right?
battles. The last 4 battles he fought. No, March, I didn't. Not Dead of Winter. I'm not up for that one yet.
Which one's
All right,
that?
so it says, Manry Mike says, Todd, there's no flipping. Elimination is elimination.
Oh.
So why do they go to the reduced side then?
I think
It's
limbs
probably
are
just to
removed and
reflect
brought
their
back
strength
as
at the start of an
reduced.
engagement.
Okay, so you only use the reduced side during the campaign game to bring it back in.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
That probably means you're really not going to see much change, Toddy, to be honest with you.
Well, except for now, like, yeah.
Interesting.
Hmm.
I bet you you're far more selective in your attacks this time.
This is killing my back. Yeah, yeah. Whoa. Well, I appreciate everyone hanging out with us as I'm setting up a game.
Yeah.
It's a part
Johnny,
of
that sketty was delicious.
20 persons. Hey, and
Wait,
most
are
of
you
them are
serious?
watching your YouTube channel.
Wait, there's 20 people watching right now?
19 now.
Oh, probably because I was talking about sketty. But either that's awesome. Look at all these guys.
Okay, so as a reminder, if you didn't join, I just played everyone to their flipped over side. So now I'm going to play it the correct way. But as McMurray points out, I wasn't playing the game incorrectly. I just started everyone at their weak side. So everyone was real tired.
Like, the issue is the higher the defending markers are, it's just going to make it harder for you to attack.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because, like, if you were playing reduced and they all had 3 strength points, say,
Correct.
you make it 5, then as soon as somebody doesn't have 5, all of a sudden, unless everything is absolutely even as you go up, but even so, trying to stack, unless all the units are the same strength, it's just going to make it more difficult. But that's okay. I believe in you. I think you're going to do great.
Whoa. This artillery's got 9 artillery. Ooh, boy. Was 4 on the back, 9 on the front. Dang. Okay. 7th line and a 3-6. This is the 7th line. Where's my 7th line? So, yeah. What else? Everyone else working on games they will hope. How about what games are you hoping to play if you get time off during this holiday time? What games are you hoping to play?
There you go. What are y'all hoping to play with? Well, we know what Tim's playing. He's going to play in their quiet fields too, or at least he's going to learn it. Me, well, let's see. I don't know what I'm going to put now on the empty table over there. I was out here messing with, I was reclipping my Gazala SCS game. Lay a flat screen on the table and play it in Vassal.
There you go. I guess I could just crank it out on just start Vassal and share the screen, but I like playing with the pieces. There's something about it. You know what I mean, bro?
Yep.
But you're right. I could I would be playing by now. The way I played it, I'd be done.
We'd be setting it up for the 3rd time.
Because I realized what other rules I got wrong.
More cowbell.
Oh,
that's my soda. You hear it now. Napoleon calls over to Blucher. Wait, we have all our troops flipped. We need to restart the battle. Let's see. Damn Tim. I will spend one afternoon at Source Comics in Roseville, a known hub for wargamers in the Twin Cities. I might find something there to fiddle with.
Oh, Source. I've been there. That was a 2024 trip. I went with a friend to Minneapolis, went to the Source. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I went to the Source, some graphic novel.
Oh, is that one you drove up there on a day trip?
We flew up there on a day trip.
Called the
Day trip. Yeah. I went to the Source, the Fantasy Flight shop, which was fantastic. The Source was cool. And then a graphic novel comic book store that was incredible, mainly graphic novels and old stuff. I found some really cool stuff there. And a nice selection of smut magazines from the whatever.
Dev, is that SPI's Operation Olympic? Oh no, you said designs. Oh, Tiller. You're playing the Tiller one. My bad.
Yeah, I think Devin's been playing a lot of that, I think.
10,000 U.S. casualties on the first day. Whew. Well, Todd did that here in 15 minutes.
Wasn't 15 minutes.
This is getting wonderfully brutal. Every time somebody does something, it's just, well, Todd did this. Meandering Mike is currently playing Enola Gay, the war game. Todd dropped 3 nukes on Blucher before the thing even started, you know. He found the counters and tactics too and said, nope, these are the ones I'm using. Let's do it.
I'm pretty sure the guard moved through a minefield.
Well, yeah. The issue is they couldn't counteract the Brit. Like, that's the old guard. The British have the Grenadier Guards, and with their air support, it was just over. The French didn't have any airfields. It's the low country, so they couldn't land a plane anywhere.
Mike brought up a good point that when you take losses because the units are bigger strength, the points are going to be even more. So you need to protect those units.
Well, it's going to be, if I actually get this started playing, which
you will.
It'll be interesting to see how people are then like, what the blank are you doing?
Have you already posted a video playing this?
No, I was just going to do a little combined video.
Oh,
I might still do it. I should have taken a picture.
Dev, you playing the Overland campaign? That's a good game. I bought all of those. I think the only ones I don't have all of yet are the Napoleonic ones.
Don't you have a server because you own so many?
Oh my God.
An offsite server?
No, he keeps it in his bathroom like Hillary Clinton.
Spent so much freaking money on those things. I need to go check because they're having their Christmas sale right now.
Do you?
Yeah, exactly. I'm with McMurray on this one.
Do you need to go check? Or is John Tiller going to do okay? They're probably in the green this year without you helping them.
Yeah. Greetings,
sure much, much further into the green if you do. But they'll probably be just fine.
John, how you doing, buddy? You got 20 people watching there, Mr. Reed.
All right. Well, again, so what happened is I had everyone set up on the reduced side.
I'll tell you what, Teddy. Why don't you focus on setting up, and Jeff and I can explain what happened.
Yeah. Let us give our side of the story.
Yeah, Jeff, you want to get started here?
So Todd decided that it was a good idea for French light cavalry to assault the town of Ligny on their own.
Yeah.
And
which doesn't work because
Imperial Guard.
FCM-36s.
Then he moved the Imperial Guard out into the middle of an open field by themselves and went into a square formation in the face of Prussian canister fire.
And he didn't even bring a commissar. We're mixing up all the genres. Keep going. Anyways, so then Pershing walks in and goes, Lafayette, I am here. And then everything went downhill from there. Although I don't think that was actually Pershing. I want to say that was that Colonel Stanton, but I don't know. Either way.
Cat food.
The point is,
overrated.
Todd played a good game, but we initially deployed everybody onto the field on the reduced side because of some confusion with the rules, which we all know that old SPI and Avalon Hill games are kind of legendary for having rules that aren't always entirely clear. But so now he, in his infinite charity, is going to reset the entire thing and replay it using the full strength sides instead of the reduced sides, which some might say is incredible.
He's got a set of cojones because I could never do it. I'd have hand swiped all them counters off into the box. The box on the shelf.
You're the one telling me to play it.
Well, the crowd. It was the crowd. It was the influence. Peer pressure.
Yeah, there's all these social media influencers in the comments. You can't even argue with that, guys, because you're quite literally influencing the poor Reed boy on social media. You are social media influencers.
22 viewers, Mr. Reed.
I am missing.
That's actually what Jeff has on his LinkedIn profile now, guys. Social media influencer.
Second L. All right. Well, keep moving on.
His last name is secretly Kardashian.
14th line. 14th
Hexter
line.
Kardashian. This is the name. Right, Jeff?
That's it.
Jeff says right. You heard it here, guys. You heard it here first.
Ooh, look at that battlefield.
The unfortunate reality is Jeff doesn't have a makeup line, so there's only one other way he can make Kardashian money, and I don't know if the world and the internet can really take that.
I don't know if my body could hold that much booty up.
Oh, I talked about sex tape.
Hey, there's somebody playing GCACW on Vessel.
Good subject change. That's a good idea. Speaking of GCACW, I saw Big Board War Gaming's vision board for 2025, and that was the only thing that was written under ACW.
Tim, that was not me.
I think it was a chair, wasn't it?
Yeah, this chair does make some squeakies.
You busting squeakers?
No, I'm being accused.
Yeah, because that's entirely baseless. Who could possibly think you would do something like that?
Chuck, don't burn Hannah. We all made that boo-boo. Todd's bought it 4 times already.
There's only one game that's worthy of being burned, and it's the game that tried to kill Brian. Although that being said, Charles, I think the 2 rules, if you want to burn a game, is A, first you have to use it as a discus and see how far you can wing it.
Alan, you're the second person to ask me that. Jerry lives over that way, and I really should find a day to go over there.
See?
I really should.
Charles, the other one is you got to make sure it pops. It's got to blow up a little bit.
I want to make sure I save my vacation time for when you guys come out.
Very fair.
Oh, yeah. So there you go. Alan, Jerry, you guys out this way. We're going to be, if they come out, April or May sometime, we're going to Gettysburg. We're going to spend a day at Gettysburg. So if we get a heads up enough time notice, I'll pass it on to you guys. Maybe y'all can eke your way out.
We're going to have a little Hexicon.
A little Hexicon at Gettysburg.
Yeah. Sounds a lot better than Menage a Trois. Ulan, are you like a super StreamYard guy, buddy? You got that little, you see that symbol next to Ulan's name? You doing some cool stuff over there, big dog?
Oh, he's a member of my channel.
Oh, there you go. That's pretty slick. Jeff over here with channel members looking slick. Wait a minute. He's a member like your YouTube channel?
Yeah, like you.
So you letting him down too?
Huh?
Well, this is our chance to kind of gang up now that we know another member.
Yeah. So, well, we're not doing that live. Nope. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
So
Nope.
just tell them we need to have an offline meeting of the 3 of us.
Yeah.
We need to have a little revolt.
What's Winterfest, John? They're telling me that's not too far from St. Louis.
Oh, okay. That's pretty awesome. That is
We're
pretty
talking,
awesome.
Alan, we're talking their intention. Todd's waiting on McMurray to produce a schedule.
Well, he's produced it.
Yeah.
Now we just need to
start picking some days, and we can start getting some people together.
All right, calm down.
I need to get Phil Musket on the phone and talk to him about letting him tour guide us around Gettysburg.
John, Todd has a small St. Louis War Games convention too, but it's secret, and Jeff and I aren't allowed.
You certainly do meandering, Mikey.
I take that back. Todd did let me in there one time. That was very nice of you, Todd. I had a good time. I got to meet Kev. It's quite fun.
Okay.
That'd be so cool if we could get 10, 11 people out there running around Gettysburg. We'd have a blast.
Mike, you got to get into the YouTube on your phone or I'm sorry, not on your phone, on your computer. So I had to jump onto my computer and do it. It's a bit of a pain, but it's a good cause.
Bruce, how you doing, buddy? Hillman and Bulow. Yep. Okay. Don't mention chopped liver around the hungry Jew. Okay, John runs it. Runs the little Winterfest thing.
What?
So have you guys even discussed potential dates or?
No, we just said April, May. That's all we've said. I haven't. We have.
Wait, John, you run the thing in St. Louis?
No, the Winterfest thing he was talking
Oh,
about.
okay. I was about to say, hey, Jeff, I'm smelling collusion here.
Mike, when you go to my channel, it doesn't say membership thingy there. Yeah, Alan, I'll try. These guys, as soon as these guys give me the date of the week they're going to be out here, I'll pop it off to you. Jerry, I know you can find time too. And anybody else that lives out this way or within range of Gettysburg, always welcome. Matter of fact, maybe we'll do a live stream and talk about it.
Oh, for sure, we should do a live stream.
I have some gifts for Jeffy.
Yeah, I'm a cheapskate. I think I only what is my thing? $1.99 or $2.99 or something like that.
Yeah, well, I think that's a good price to set at because you're not doing, you're not making, you're not doing anything.
I don't know what to do with it. There we go. We'll have a live stream on that. How
you're not posting the pictures you promised.
Well, that's the membership level that nobody can see yet.
Dude,
they're lies.
Todd and I are
All
ground
lies.
floor members.
Oh, that's a beautiful picture, Todd.
Thank you.
So
we could
put
get that any
space in front of
cleaner
it.
and more right on the money.
I can't play the game, but I can sure get a good picture of it. All right.
I do my best, Mikey.
All right. So here we go. Let's try again. I am open for ideas on what to do differently.
Well, now that I'm seeing the setup, I missed the setup earlier. So you do have units on that left flank of the Prussians. Oh, the right flank of the Prussians. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and the town hexes I need to have are all right here to reduce the. So they're 1, 2, 3, and then Ligny is 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, just make sure you're. Sawyer mentioned earlier that 3 to 1 is what you want because you're playing the original rules.
Yeah.
Now he's using a Brio.
2 to 1. I would say 2 to 1 and 3 to 1.
Okay.
Because there's one difference. Oh well, no, yeah. I mean, it's 4 out of 6 chance to get a. It's 50% chance on 1 to 1.
Well, you want to avoid exchanges or eliminations for the French.
Yeah, and that's what's wild. Once you get up to 4 to 1, you start getting exchanges. So it's like you almost don't want you want 3 to 1.
Because I remember Nathan really tearing the combat table apart on this thing, and he was going through all that.
Okay, so yeah, so 3 to 1 is the sweet spot. 2 to 1 is not bad. I guess what I'm curious about, what are people's thoughts on the cavalry? What to use them for? I mean, the big thing is you don't want to put them in woods because they cost them more to move in and also attack and defend at half. So you don't want to put them in woods. I mean, do you really use them for screening the outsides to keep? But the French have so many cavalry. I'm like,
is there any benefit for attacking across the stream to the defender?
Yeah, too.
Well, it looks to me like you got a mass of French forces there that could drive Saint Amand.
Yeah, I'm seeing that actually
right off the bat. And don't let these forces over here on the French right get too caught out in the open on their own. Yeah, maybe kind of get them in some format. I mean, the French cavalry is pretty strong.
So initially, my thought was, I want to get these guys coming over here, cross and kind of like to start kind of threatening the side, but they don't really need to do that.
No, you don't. They're just there to screen that right side.
So almost like move them up this way, but you want to take, well, yeah, but don't attack these guys. Just kind of come out here.
He was trying to, Mike. The combined arms rule. Yeah, and he was using the artillery pretty good. I don't know, Todd. I think you've got. I mean, the focal point is obviously right there between those streams via Saint Amand.
Yeah.
So if the cavalry on the French right screen and protect the right flank, and you get the guard forward, you're going to trash the Prussians right there in the left center of the map.
Wait, are we cheering for the frogs?
Well, they're on the attack. They're the ones you got to. I mean, for the most part.
Yeah. So they're defending at 8. We get 10. Use that guy in there, so 15. Yeah, so let's see, get some other.
Cav has retreat before combat. Is that a rule?
No.
No, we dropped the guard optional rule, Mikey.
Yeah, I'm dropping that. Just it's cool, but man, you hit that number, and they can't advance anymore. But I do want to use the combined arms bonus. I think that's a good one to use.
And I'm sure the French are first.
They are.
Yeah. You shouldn't have any problems dusting that entire side.
You'd think so. This guy's over here kind of making it like I can't really move here. All right. Well, let's get going here. So, yeah, it'd be great to. Oh, yeah, this guy could attack artillery here. So I can get 15, 20. I can get 20 to 8. That's 2 to 1. I need one more point of artillery. Ooh.
Hey, before you get going, let's do a note from our sponsor. We want to talk to y'all about male pattern baldness.
I can't turn my camera on. This isn't gonna work.
There we go.
Shred them. Get
Jeff
after them.
needs a sponsor. Hims, get after it.
Keep that artillery back. And just trash everything. Look at him go. Look at him go. You know, tweezers are in his left hand, but he's got his field marshal's baton in his right hand.
Yeah.
Oh, it's only 4 movement. I'm looking.
I had to tell him to leave his field marshal baton tucked in when we were playing.
I'm in artillery range, Todd.
No, that's what I'm trying to do. Okay, so right now I've got 23. So I've got them at 3 to 1. I got them at the 3 to 1, boys.
Watch that Muggle Road, the only exchange on the freaking chart.
It won't be an exchange. The worst will happen to be that attack or retreat, but that's what I like to do.
All I'm saying is get enough fire, get as much firepower, and even if it's in stacks, whatever you got to do, get them guys pushed off of that river line. No, Chuck, we know you don't have any hair problems. You're flowing silver locks. What?
Yeah, so do I bring these guys, start moving them to come over to attack Ligny? Because this seems like a strong force. These are all the guards.
Yeah, because if they can cross that center point of that stream, plus that 164 French artillery, he can get right up there. And you can't shoot over the woods, can you?
Correct. These two are going to support that attack. So I've got 3 to 1 on that one.
Yeah, I would start. Yeah, drive the guard through that point in the rivers and the streams.
So here?
Yeah, why not? Who's that on the left? Is that third corps on the left over there?
This here?
Yeah,
you're 3.
Yeah, they've got enough over there. Just don't give up that flank. Sure, Toll. Sure you are, buddy. Joey Sigman!
So maybe I want to just position guys to attack Ligny later.
Yeah, I'd throw up a defensive screen over there.
You guys want to hear something
until you can get the guard forward anyhow. Where are you going?
Well, this way I keep these guys from coming over here. I'm not going to attack anything. I'm just getting them on this side to create a zone of control over here. So these guys don't get froggy, because these guys are all froggy.
Napoleon chased the Prussians off the field. Blocher had a personal relationship with his horse in a stream.
That escalated quickly.
Where are they at, Andrew?
Maine.
Kim Sawyer to go pick them up for you.
Hey man, I'm sorry to that. I'd love him forever. I just saw somebody posted all the or a whole bunch of Avalanche press, Second World War at sea. So Strike South, Eastern Fleet, SOPAC, Southern Pacific. Sorry, not SOPAC. Midway and Bismarck. I won $85 for all 5 of them, and now I'm real sad because the last line is the games are available for pickup only.
Where are they?
They are in Newport or Augusta, Maine.
Oh, that's a bummer. That's a good. I would be willing to try that.
Yeah.
I should probably just try the Mediterranean one. I hear that's a decent one in that. Is anyone? Hey, we got 18 people on here. Anyone played the Second World War at sea? Because I'm kind of like going back and forth.
Mikey!
I played Great War at Sea.
Well, it's the same thing, I think. You like it?
I do. Aircraft aren't in the Great War at Sea. Aircraft are in Second World War at Sea. But yes, I do like it. Yeah, I have yet to have an unpleasant time. I need to get Jutland because it's kind of one of the big base games.
So, Todd, I think what I'm getting at over there is not putting those. I mean, I like your train of thought, but sticking a unit out there with his nose where he can get hit on 3 sides if the Prussians attack.
This guy or this guy?
Well, the guy at the point. I would have. So where that 4-4 is, you got below that 3-7 cav. Next one over.
This one.
Yeah, that 3-7 cav. I would have him below that 4-4 infantry. Right directly below him. Yeah, and then get your other cav, get them in a line there so they can't get hit. If the Prussians attack, they got to attack a bunch of shit.
Okay, well, I'm going to move this guy. He started back. It's one cool thing I like about having either having the numbers on the chits or the things marked on here. I can kind of look back and think, where do I really want to move him? Where do I see he start?
So Camp Sawyer said, yep, he did. And Tim says he has World War II at sea, Coral Sea.
Yep.
And what do you think? I mean, is it? Here's the thing. I think I like the idea of like a little bit more strategic view, but I also like the idea of like kind of knowing the ships. Like this is the Bismarck and that's the whatever. But I also get the fun of the bigger ocean, moving them across the ocean type of thing. So I don't know. Maybe I'm looking for too much in one game, but I think that's kind of what you do in that game.
Mike, this Ligny or another one? Excuse me. More cowbell. So if an enemy is in a town hex and you move a close to them, you have to attack them, but they don't have to attack you, right?
Well, I would be happy. I think they have to attack.
Okay.
I think you have to attack out of town. I think.
Well, you don't. Yeah, I mean, you don't need to push the middle until the guard gets up there.
Right. So I'm just kind of moving these guys around to like.
There you go. Get in that line. Good thinking. Cool, Mike.
I like these 7 move units here. Those are nice.
Light cav. Oh, they do get road bonus too, don't they? Yeah. Oh, here we go. Guard forward. Guard forward. We're not going to wait. We're not going to wait till there's a hole. We're going to go now.
I think I don't want to. I think the
What a fun thing to do on Saturday night. Yeah, Mikey's got a good channel, Jerry. Mikey covers a lot of the stuff that we don't mess with. He gets a lot of unique games. I think he owns everything that was ever made. Look at all those Frenchies. Hell, and Mike was saying here that the cavalry in this game is nothing but infantry with bigger movement rates. So those big, strong 6 strength units, they're going to come in real handy.
Yeah, that's kind of what I got to imagine. Except for, all right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. They just, you just don't want to put them in woods.
You haven't.
Now I'm depending a lot on this. I'm depending a lot on these guys to keep this flank strong. But okay, there we go. And the first battle's coming up.
You have both an operational view and a battle view with APL Ward C series. Operational is good. Battle tends to get bland with the board. Using some tabletop modified rules, more fun at the battle level. You Navy guys.
Would agree.
You squidlies.
All right, well, this is going to be a 1-to-1 attack here.
How'd that happen?
Well, I was impatient. I wanted to get going here.
I'm going to say, Camp, the guy on YouTube, Andrew Trog, has some good modified battle rules. What?
Nothing.
What?
Oh, attack or retreat.
Oh, Lord. At least it's just a retreat, not a...
But yeah, he simplifies the battle rules, actually. So it kind of gets him... It's kind of like a pushed up Avalon Hill warranty sort of thing. It's obviously the ships are more engaged than they are in Avalon Hill's warranty. But the shooting and everything itself is very similar to that. It really makes for a fun way to do things that you're not going to get an overly, complex, okay, I'm managing a battleship, right? You're not going to be able to pull off any of the cool stuff about managing a battleship in Great War at Sea. But you can do some basic cool tactical stuff and then really have fun with the operational movement and getting your fleets across the map and all that good stuff.
Answer that question.
Hang on. He plays Great War at Sea. His name is Andrew True. I don't know how to pronounce it. Troug. Right, Todd?
Yeah, I'd have to look it up to verify, but yeah, he's super. He's got a great. Yeah, he's good.
He's got a very good channel, and he's got some really good playthroughs and everything else of a couple small scenarios from Great War at Sea that he did a very good job on.
The French won this particular part of the battle. Ryle actually failed at Quatre Bras, and the only reason Wellington pulled everything off of Quatre Bras because the Prussians lost, and their flank was wide open if Napoleon. So you see that on the map there, John. You got a road that runs east and west across the map. So as you're looking at the screen, if you follow that road off to the left, Quatre Bras is up there, probably 10, 15 hexes away. And that's where Ryle's Second Corps was fighting Wellington. So he was afraid that once the Prussians got pushed out of here, that Napoleon could just simply turn left up that road. Andrew Chung. That's it. War in the Pacific, AEPC game, and caught a lone IJN CBL lone and chased him down right into an ambush. Nice. Right,
Fair
Mike
warning,
right.
if you go looking for his YouTube channel, you're going to probably want to grab some other games too. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I screwed that up. Sorry, Tim. but yeah, you're probably gonna wind up looking for other games also that are pretty fun.
Another guy that's playing a lot of Avalon Hill games is the Name of the Game channel. He does the historical intro and then he plays the game. Yeah, John, I'm going to bet you people are probably playing a lot of Labatai, aren't they? There you go. Labatai. Marshall Enterprise. Boy, those games are expensive.
So I almost jumped in. I almost just because it was $50, and it'd be kind of a fun little way to actually see that system. But I decided against it. They were doing a magazine against all odds, like a $50 intro game.
Right.
But I decided.
Jerry, whatever, because I haven't looked in a while. The 7 day stuff. Did you ever? It's been a year since we've talked about it, and I haven't. But I got to pop over there and look. Did you ever finish that? I know you said you were having issues with one of the orders of battles for one of the sides. You got to wonder what would have really happened at Ligny if the Prussians had been aggressive, because they still got a whole corps that's not on the map, don't they? They had 4 corps.
I mean, this game doesn't get anything else. Yeah, it is hard to attack a line. Oh, I didn't move those guys. Oh well. Snooze, you lose.
You moved them.
These 2 guys here, I don't think I did. I didn't, but that's all right.
Until the Wobbs are okay. All right.
Yeah, now I'm like.
I kind of like this about Todd. He plays on the attack from both sides a lot of times. Oh, well, I mean, this thing's about causing damage for the most part, isn't it? And keeping people out of towns. I think the campaign game is based on demoralization levels, if I remember right. Somebody can correct me.
Yeah, I mean, this is demoralization level.
Okay.
Wait.
Not with Todd playing, Joey. He's getting after him.
I learned from Andrew.
Andrew is the most aggressive gamer I've ever seen.
No.
There's nothing.
What? You are the most aggressive gamer that I've seen as well.
Well, it works sometimes. Most of the time. Ish, kinda. But that being said, gentlemen, I gotta call it tonight. We'll talk.
All right, Andrew. Have a good day.
Good luck.
Yeah, man. Thanks
Good
for
luck,
hopping
Mr.
in.
Toddley.
Thanks.
Good
Yep.
to see you, Jeffy, buddy.
Bye, buddy.
Text or chat people, you're the best. Merry Christmas if we aren't live until then.
Yeah, I can see everybody, Mike.
Yeah, we can see everybody, but you guys can't. I know it's kind of a bummer, but
I'm sure they'll fix that one day.
all right. So I got this Prussian. Let's see. So I got some guys to do here. Any ideas on these guys? These guys and these guys. I'm attacking here. That's the only place I'm attacking. These guys are being froggy and going here.
Maybe to the river in the gap there.
Right here.
Yeah.
This guy moved yet? Yeah, he's moved. I don't want to get right up next to him, otherwise I have to attack.
Well, yeah, I know. Get him up there. You don't want to leave that hole there.
Boom. Boom.
What other games are your favorites? So Todd is a World War II West Front guy, and he's heavy into GTS. Right now he's getting heavy into Squad Leader ASL, and he likes GCACW, which he and I need to get back to playing again, and we know it. We talk about it all the time.
I'm thinking about putting these guys, kind of moving them over here, maybe strengthen, kind of.
Right. Some SCS stuff. There's quite a few good SCS games. Easy.
Yeah, but
You've thinned.
I am down to Bastogne and the Mighty Endeavor. That's the only SCS I have left. I really got into that system that's kind of victory awaits, victory denied. I like a lot of those. That's kind of my new SCS game, honestly.
Wow. Oh, and you're into the VUCA sims.
I'll tell you what. Yes, I am, but I'm not sure I'm really a desert guy because I'm like, I don't know if I really enjoyed these battles.
Right.
So I don't think it's not the system. I think it's the battles, but
I need to play some more desert stuff. Well, like I said, I was out there working on the Gazava. Appreciate that, Tim. We do it. Yeah, John, we've talked about that a bunch of times playing Mighty Endeavor.
yeah, we've Andrew and I've talked about that too.
Joey, I didn't buy Twilight. Todd didn't force that one down my throat, but I do have Manila. And I don't really play any ASL, so other than starter kit, and I haven't touched that in a while.
Yeah, I don't have Twilight, although I don't have Twilight of the Reich or Hakapale. Ponray's supposed to come out at Winter Offensive, Jeff, which is in January.
Are you serious? That's what they're trying to get me to go to, Joey and Alan.
Oh, you should, man. You should.
Well, I mean, if I could figure out one day to go over there, and see, my thing is, I'm going to want to get. Well, I don't know. He said it's in Bowie this year, right?
I think it's always in. Oh, yeah, that's funny. I pronounced that.
It's not Owings Mills. It's in. I think Jerry said it's in Bowie. Cask, what's up, buddy?
All right, attacks. Prussians are attacking in two spots. Can they drive the French out of the town of Saint-Amand?
Yeah, I mean, I could figure out a day that I could go over there like I do with the GBACW stuff. Just so I can meet some of these peeps.
Oh, wait, if I do that, he's got to attack him. I'm not going to do that. I think you should go just to see it. I'm sure. So that's 12 against 10, and then I've got 21 against 10 and 23 against 10.
Alan, if you're telling me you're going to go down there on a Saturday, is that your plan? Because if maybe I can, I'm sure Jerry can pull it off, but maybe that would be a better thing.
For Pete's sake, are you serious?
Oh, you didn't.
Let's make sure I did the math right. That's 10. I thought I sent more stuff in for that. Oh, God. 12, so that's that. 12, 21. Yep. Guess what, boys?
Back two?
Nothing's back two. It's just back one, but do they have to?
Good. That's good. Friend, nobody. You have no casualties yet, do you?
No casualties yet. Another attack or retreat, though. Good for the French, though, because they could maybe get on the other side of this river. I don't know if they want. I don't know if they want to do that.
Well, if you can't, you're going to have to get the French. You're going to have to go crossing stacks.
Yeah. Okay. My other battle was over here. Let's see if I did this math right. So that's 6 against 4.
Well, Camp, you let me know, buddy. Alan, if you figure it out, what you're going to do, let me know.
That's 3-1. I got another 3-1 attack, like all the people told me. Rolled a 2. It's a defender retreat.
Tim, I'd like to have the Ardennes quad. I really would.
Okay, so let's see. Make sure I'm understanding retreat correctly here. I don't think they have a retreat towards your line. I think you just retreat where you can. Yeah, so you can go anywhere. So where's the best place for the French guy? I think here it keeps a nice line. So I'm not going to advance anybody into here because he'd have to battle 1, 2, 3 hexes. So this is where I don't want to advance. And I didn't advance this guy across the river because he'd be by himself. All right, that's turn 1. What do you guys think? Everyone having a great time on this Saturday? You could be watching the big Super Bowl playoff.
There are 22 people. One on Facebook.
Oh, thanks, Joey. Appreciate that, man. Joey says, enjoy watching Todd play Ardennes. You know that my My struggle with that game is that frickin' raised road, sunken road, man. Those things are impossible. All right, going into turn 2, 1500 hour. We had some pushbacks. The French did make a little dent in that they have 3 points against the town, so the Prussian demoralization level is now at 52 because they have a town. All right, French turn. So now what we want to do is clear out Saint-Amand. So we want to get...
I'm a little concerned about Nordic Maelstrom. I haven't seen, he hasn't
Oh.
been, I haven't seen him.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I know he's getting his windows replaced. Yeah, those raised roads are a pain in the ass. Ohio State's killing Tennessee. I moved up here from Tennessee. I mean, I grew up this way, but I was in Tennessee after I got out of the service. Let's see. I saw that they are doing a whole series of events on GBACW at Bowie. Looked interesting. Yeah, that would be well worth, because some of the, that Dick Whitaker and that Al Smith will probably be there. Wouldn't doubt if Bill Byrne will be there. Dirtbags of my life. All right, go ahead, Tim. Start singing, buddy. I think what would have been a cool feature in this game is if the artillery firing a bombard with a supportive attack would be a column shift.
The way to get a column shift is to do a combined arms, but I'm not able to do it because I don't have any cavalry on this side, except for this guy, but I don't want him to leave that side.
There's Nordic. We were just talking about you, buddy. I've been worried about you. Hadn't seen you.
That's funny.
Just say his name and he shows up.
Good Lord.
Oh, so anyhow, I bought that unused copy of Death Valley from Kev, and I think I'm going to give that away on our stream next month.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Joey wants me to play the TSR version of Terrible Swift Sword, and it crossed my mind multiple times in the last 6 months. Is Army du Nord the one that came in that red box? Oh, no, that's La Grande Armée. I started to play the original Terrible Swift Sword when I moved into this apartment, but there was a reason I had to take it down. I think I got something new and I needed to play it. White box. Okay, all right. The only white box game I got is Andrew sent me the Wilderness campaign from SPI. I need to use the little boys' room. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back.
All right, so now I got to keep you guys entertained here. All right, so I'm not ready to attack Ligny yet. I need to attack this guy that's kind of by himself here. I'm going to have to attack multiple lines because I got these guys separated out. Maybe I can start with these guys. Oh, sweet. What's up, man?
Sure, you send me the link, but you don't tell me about it.
Oh, that's funny. Well, that was Jeff that did that.
Yeah, I know. I just saw it pop up on my feed. So.
Oh, well, welcome.
Well, thank you. Ligny, huh?
Ligny, SPI, 1976.
Oh, I'm aware of it.
Yeah.
My big advice to you: don't put the Imperial Guard out all by their lonesome.
Okay.
That's I'm just saying.
Yeah, I learned a few things. So it's good that I ran through it one time. So they're going to be 3. So it could be up as high as 14.
See, the problem with these old SPI games, and it's not really a problem, it's just an observation. Like you were mentioning earlier, 3-to-1 is the odds ratio you're looking for. So it really comes down to just being a puzzle game of searching for those 1 or 2 points so you get to that 3-to-1 column.
Right.
Not that that's a bad thing. It's just the way it was back then. And you were also mentioning about Great War at Sea or World War II at Sea. I've got several titles. I don't even remember which ones I got. I know I've got Coral Sea.
Uh-huh.
What else have I got? I actually did a couple of videos on them a long time ago. Eastern Fleet, SOPAC, Coral Sea. Yeah, so those are the three I've got. I mean, they're okay ship-to-ship combat games, and they're okay naval campaign system games. It's just neither one of them are really great. They're just kind of both okay. However, the biggest thing it does have going for it is about the only game system out there where you can run the operational side of things and then micromanage and zoom in to when you get to the naval battles, which honestly, I think that's one of the coolest freaking things you could freaking do with a naval system. So
Right.
if you're into if you're into the operational aspect and moving fleets around, yeah, definitely pick it up. Definitely get into it. If that's not really your thing and you just want to do ship to ship battles, I mean, it's an okay rule set for just ship to ship battles, just, nothing spectacular.
Okay.
So,
Huh. All right.
but you have the option to do, tactical at the ship level or, do the fleet engagements.
See, you start talking water and a squid shows up.
That's right, baby.
How you doing, Dad?
Pretty good. How you doing, Jeff?
No complaints. Watching Todd here win the 100 Days campaign.
Yay!
Oh, you're getting tactical tips from the audience.
Uh-oh, what are we hearing here?
Let's see.
Don't leave the Imperial Guard out front. That's what they're saying.
Push the 5-4 NE to surround, and then the 2-7 cavalry to soak off on the Prussian. Hey, Nord, I had my heater up in this apartment to 73 degrees today. It was so stinking. My feet were so raw and cold. Distant sea. What the hell is distant sea? All right, so Deb, while he's playing, guard forward here, how'd you do in the wilderness game?
Oh, I've just basically barely started the wilderness game. I mean, the funny thing, I decided I wanted to do Overlands because it was wilderness, and I wanted to do wilderness. So I started the campaign. I figured there'd be minor skirmishes leading up. Now, it throws me right into the actual main wilderness battle, and I've got like 3 freaking U.S. infantry corps and a cavalry corps. And the scale of that game, that's like
Right.
So I'm just maneuvering into I'm like maybe 20 turns in. My lead elements of 2 of my cores have run into lead elements of the Rebs. So it's just maneuvering into position right now. I got distracted with Market Garden and Japan 46, so I haven't been focusing a lot of time on wilderness. A lot of fighting down by the Parker store right now. That's where the main engagement is occurring. So
right.
That is in the wilderness battle.
That's such a fight.
Oh, it is. It's like, why the hell would you even bother to fight there? I mean, it's like 90% is all wilderness. It's all trees. I mean, okay, granted, around Parker store, there's some clear areas, which is probably why we're engaging there. But yeah, trying to maneuver and trying to shoot into that, it's a mess.
I remember going down there, my ex-wife and I went down there a bunch of years back, and I remember stopping. So we did the Chancellorsville.
Shoot.
We drove the Jackson March route while it was still a goat path. But now I understand they've made it an actual good tour road. But I remember stopping on this slight ridge line where there was a monument with some cannons. And it was like, how like they'll cut the trees away to put power lines? It was like those cannons where they were pointing was down through a cut through the trees that ran for about a mile. And I'm looking around like, well, this was the only freaking place on this battlefield they were going to be any good.
Well, see, I was doing before I did this, I was doing Chickamauga, and yeah, okay, yeah, there's forested areas, but a lot of battles for like Chickamauga were all right. This is good maneuvering, fire and maneuvering fields here. So it's a bit of a it's a bit of a shock to me to see. It's
Right.
like, yes, I know it's in the title, wilderness.
Some of the places they fought.
I tell you. What was it? Oh, where was it? They were fighting in the swamps. Where the hell was that?
And well, I mean, all the stuff around the bridges.
Yeah, no. I
Scott
mean,
Reed Bridge and
it was further south. I think it was after Sherman's campaign. It may have been a little bit further east than in his march to Atlanta. What the hell? Which one am I thinking?
well,
I can't even.
Campion Hill around Vicksburg was nothing but swamps.
Vicksburg. Yeah, Vicksburg. That's what I'm thinking. Vicksburg.
So see, that's a good move, Todd, because so you attacked and drove him out, right?
Yep.
So now he'll be forced to attack if he stays there.
So now they have
Can you only move one unit up in there, or can you move both of them up in there?
only one movement unit can advance.
Oh God, that stinks. Well, and Nord, you're right. Grant was trying to outmaneuver as quickly, and that's why it kept being a bounding event all the way down to below Petersburg. And Lee was always one step ahead. I tell you what intrigues me more than the wilderness is interesting, but Culpeper Courthouse.
Mm.
I mean, you go down and you stand in the salient and look at the trees that are still there that were shot up.
Mm.
Todd, this just tickles me to see you playing a Napoleonic game. Yeah, he's thinking now. His brain's being racked right now.
Yeah, they have to attack these guys.
Yeah, so the question is, do you sacrifice that guy or do you give him some support?
Well, I mean, I can put some artillery into that town. So let's see. Right now it's 12. They're at an 8.
Well, and the difference between the Union and obviously the Confederacy at that time was that unlike all previous commanders of all Union forces, which there never really was one of all forces until Grant come along, is he had the power to yank troops out of the capital, out of defense of D.C. and bring them to the South. Hell, he had 3 freaking armies operating. You know, you had one coming up the peninsula, and then you had what's his name in was it Burnside in North Carolina? So he had 3 different armies. Spotsylvania. I'm sorry, you're right, Alan. Spotsylvania, not Culpeper. My bad.
My bad.
I play golf down in Culpeper. That's why it sticks in my head. This battle's going to be interesting this time, Todd.
Yeah, a little bit better coming out here.
You got everybody up there. I know that. That's cool. Of course, this game here is not like these games like this. These old games like this are not like, okay, let's set up a reserve line. Let's set up a secondary defense. Let's just get everybody to the front.
And it's not like you got to. It's not like you got to worry about formation morale or corps command and control. It just kind of just throw the counters up there.
Yeah, that's a fun thing about it. You can just
yeah.
less thinking about a bunch of things, but then after
getting the artillery into the right spot, that's the.
After a while, you start to go like, I'd like to be able to have this command and control, because it makes it means something.
I'd really like to do a study one time of all the Tennessee campaign stuff with Hood and then those guys.
I'll be right back. I'm going to refill my water before I do the attacks.
Jerry, I think he says it does.
Actually, I'll do the Prussian attacks. I'm going to do that.
He was displacing everything earlier.
All right, so these guys are. Yeah, there's displacement when you retreat. So the units have to retreat, I think, together, and then the guy that's here, like if these guys, well, anyway, and everyone else has to leave. I've never played a game that had that before. Usually, the games I played, the retreating is just go further back or are eliminated or something.
Alan, you ever read the story about what Grant said about when he chose to send the Sixth Corps back? The comments he made about. It's funny too because I don't know everything I always read. I never know much about the Sixth Corps. That they're always, they're the largest and they're always the ones that are in the back end of things. But he praised the Sixth Corps and he said that they were the only unit that he trusted to go back and deal. And hell, they ended up not having to deal with Early anyhow, right? Didn't Wallace stifle them in Monocacy? That's another battlefield I've never gone and looked at. And it's like, what, 10 minutes, 15 minutes from now?
Made a defender retreat. Keep the French out of that town, and they will.
Did they really?
Yep.
You put that 9 strength artillery on them, didn't you?
I did. But it still only made it 1-1, but that's all I needed. You just roll a 2.
Fou de fait.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about earlier. The salient standing in there. My ex-wife and I went down there.
So this could be a problem where I left these guys this week. But we'll see. And the other attacks over here.
Quite honestly, guys, Gettysburg is the only thing I've been to in the last, Antietam. Like I said, I can throw a rock to Antietam, and I haven't been there. Geez, I can't. It's been more than a decade. I'll guarantee it.
Oh, it's 5-1 attack over here. I don't really want the 5-1 attack. Oh wait, if I don't want 5-1.
All right, so 6th Corps. I thought he sent 6th Corps back because Early was crossing the river and going to threaten Baltimore or D.C.
This is hilarious.
So okay, so 3rd Wing. Now you're going to make me start digging. So
2-1
was 3rd Winchester after Monocacy?
Yep.
When Early was pushed back into the valley? And then that's when the 6th Corps went to do it. And didn't Sheridan eventually end up out there too?
Okay. That's the end of that turn. I'll be right back. Keep
Corps.
talking amongst yourselves.
Yes,
We're doing great. Thanks all.
The ACW chat.
What's that?
We're having quite the ACW chat.
This is quite the little thing here.
Yeah.
While watching a Napoleonic.
So confusing.
Still got 20-some people watching him. So.
Well, yeah, you are correct. 6th Corps did pursue Early into the Shenandoah. So.
Right. When did Sheridan?
Beyond that, I'm not real sure.
Well, I like what Grant said about because Meade was not. Of course, most commanders did not get along with Sheridan. And when Sheridan came up with the idea of, cutting loose and chasing Jeb Stuart and the boys around in Virginia, and Grant told Meade, he said,
idea.
Well, Sheridan said it, and Meade didn't like the idea, and I think Grant said, no. Sheridan, when he says something, he tends to deliver on what he says, and then that's when he turned Sheridan loose to just raise hell. Talk about that has to be the first case. I mean, Jeb Stuart did it in the early years when he marched around the Union Army, but Sheridan's command towards the end of the war has to be and I don't know enough about it. I just know the basic, but it has to be one of the best uses of, or the best employments of mobile warfare.
By who? Stewart?
No, by Sheridan.
Oh, by Sheridan. Yeah. Well, you got to remember the thing about Stewart is that he very rarely ever did his job, really, which was, go out, reconnoiter, and occasionally, if you can, disrupt supply lines. Jeb was always looking to get his name in the paper.
Yep.
and he very rarely stayed in command and did what Cav was supposed to do, and that's give reconnaissance reports. I mean,
Right.
that definitely. I mean, it was okay. He got away with it through, the beginning stages of war because U.S. was, mostly incompetent and had incompetent generals. But I mean, it bit him in the ass at freaking Gettysburg.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, what they say, 5 years the Union learned how to fight as each year
Oh
went by.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
And then you put the numbers in there, and that really. Oh, here we go. Disagree. Oh, here we go. All right. So Nord says Sheridan was a far better cavalry commander than Stewart. And then Jerry says, I disagree. Now, Ulan's another one of those that has studied. You ever looked at his games, Dev?
I have not.
Yeah. You need to go take a look. He makes all of them in Vassal, and they're all print and play, but they're not print and play like the stuff we see nowadays.
Oh,
where
wait a
these
minute.
are deep.
Maybe I have seen his games.
Ulan games.
You know what? I'm pretty sure I have seen, and actually had even considered printing out. Let me see. Yes, I have seen his games before. I've definitely seen his games before, and I was considering picking some up to do some print and play, but I never did because with work I spend too much time playing games, and I don't really want.
It's not like your job involves designing games.
Exactly. I love my job. I truly do. I mean, if you'd have told me when I was 14 years old and starting to play, Panzer and Panzer Blitz, that, hey, you'll be doing this for a living someday, I would have told you, yeah, fuck you. And I do love my job, but the problem is, since I do it for work, I don't find myself wanting to do it for relaxation. And
yeah, I gotcha.
Except for the computer side, because the computer side is I just point, click. I don't have to worry about thinking about the damn rules.
You don't have to play two sides if you don't want to.
Yep. So,
okay, I'm going to throw a cavalry commander's name into this mix who I think was better than all of them. All ready for this one? I'll tell you what. I'll give you all some clues.
If you say Mosby, I'm going to smack you.
No. I'll give you some clues. He, during we'll call it the Murfreesboro campaign, he ventured north and raised a lot of hell. Louisville. I think he even got up or attempted to get up into Ohio. Nope, not Forrest and not Wheeler. Come on, one of you Civil War nerds out there is going to know who I'm talking about. Nope, not Kirby Smith. Nope. Stoneman was a Yank. And he was an epic failure, too, from what I understand. He had the chance of a lifetime in Petersburg, and I think he failed. He was a Southern boy.
You talk Forrest?
No, it's none of the big names that we think of commonly. But he was a good cavalry commander. No, not him either. Not Van Dorn. Earl Pretty Boy Van Dorn. And I want to say he was captured. For some reason, Ohio sticks in my craw a little bit, but I'm not quite sure. But I think he was captured, him and 3 or 4 of his little aide-de-camps. Confederate cavalry officer. Not a Wheeler, not a Forrest. And I think the guy he was vicious, but I think he had, there you go, Morgan. I would like to get a book about him. I learned about him reading Lee's Lieutenants. And it was just a little tiny piece in there about him. It wasn't nothing big. And then I remember reading some stuff about when I was playing Army of the Heartland, which is a game that people are so afraid of that damn game. And I thought I had proved that is a very easy game to play. Not easy, but I mean, it's completely playable and it was fun. big old charts you put counters on off to the side to track stuff. And love that game. Josie Wales. Get him, Todd. Get him. Get him, Emperor. Get him, Emperor Reed.
I have a question for people who played this game. I think I understand the rule, but but we now know what my understanding of rules means. Jack squat. So I got artillery in here and here. I'm going to use them to support these attacks. This attack here, and this guy's going to support this attack here. But from what I read in Bombardment Attack under 8.1, it says, oh, hold on. No, maybe not. That's just a combined attack. It says artillery units may only attack a single enemy occupied hex when bombarding, except when making a combined attack with infantry or cavalry. So this is infantry and cavalry. I decided to give that a go.
Yeah, I mean, he said they're nothing but infantry with bigger movement points. What Mikey said.
Well, right, but what I'm saying is, if it wasn't a combined attack with that, they couldn't do this. But it sounds like this guy can. So yeah, it sounds like it sounds like these guys can support them, and can these guys also support them and them in their attack?
Our artillery can only shoot once, right?
Like it says, this is where I'm confused. Except when making a combined attack with infantry or cavalry. May only attack a single enemy occupied hex when bombarding, except when making a combined attack with infantry or cavalry.
All right, read that again. Read the first sentence again.
The bombardment attack is an attack by an artillery unit against an enemy unit which is not in its zone of control. So in this, it's 2 hexes. Like this guy can attack here or here.
Right.
Okay. And he could just bombard him, right? And then no one attack him, which I did earlier. But so anyway, that's bombarding. Right, so that's the first sentence. Artillery units may only attack a single enemy occupied hex. So we'll say that one. When bombarding, except when making a combined attack with infantry or cavalry.
Right. That means so if they're in the hex.
That's not bombarding though.
No, it says except when making a combined attack and not bombarding. So if they're in the hex with the infantry attacking an adjacent unit.
It's just weird. It's under the bombardment attack thing. And there's
Ashby Turner would be a good one. He was Lee. Was it Lee or Jackson that thought very well of him? I think it might have been Jackson. I think another commander that doesn't get a lot of credit because he was, and I don't really knock him for Gettysburg. I think he made an on the battlefield decision on the night of the 1st was Ewell, because Ewell was fantastic in the Valley both times. If a unit is attacked by 2 units, the artillery can support it if in range either of the. Yeah, but what he's asking is could the same artillery piece bombard support 2 different?
No, so Mike is saying if in range. Well, yeah, and that's another weird thing it says. Artillery units may attack non-adjacent unit up to 2 hexes distance, but they are never forward. Okay, blah, blah, blah.
One and only one combat each turn. Mikey, you need to know what that rule is, where that rule is.
Yeah, I don't understand that writing. That's what drives me crazy, but it's okay.
What? Unusual, crazy writing, rules writing from 1970s SPI in Avalon Hill? Who'd have thought?
So 8, 10, 12. Okay, so this is a bad attack, but I've already set it up, so shoot. That's a 1-to-1. Dagnabbit.
DR?
Attack, retreat.
AR.
but I haven't displaced a bunch of dudes.
Which throws everything out of position, which throws that flank open for all those guys on their right.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, how about this guy? So he's defending at 16. He's firing at 13, 19, 25.
Freaking midnight on the East Coast, and you still got 21 people observing.
25.
Well, it is a Saturday.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
And obviously we were all losers because we're not out.
Hey, Deb, is it losers or is it broke?
Yeah, potato, you know.
Friggin' number.
I'll go with loser for myself. All right.
Yes. 1-to-1 attack. Defender retreat. 1.
Oh. It sucks you can only advance 1 in there. Put that 7 in there, not that 6. Or is he
I don't know. I don't know if he'd want to put the 7 in there.
Because they get doubled in that town, right? Oh,
Yeah.
Here's another thing too. Are defensive benefits accumulative?
I don't think so. If they are, let me know. Mike.
No one clubs it until 2 a.m. anymore. Yes, he was. Somebody didn't like him. I can't remember who it was, but somebody really did not like Turner Ashby Turner. Yeah, Pender was, but I think Pender started as an artillery commander, didn't he? But I think Pender was one of the. I mean, we lost him at Gettysburg.
Yes.
So they are not cumulative for combat, but they are for movement. Okay. Yeah, he did, and Stewart did a good job at Chancellorsville, Jerry, didn't he?
Man, that stinks. That's. Yeah, I mean, this guy could get blasted out of here, but. Oh my gosh, man. I've got to move a guy in there, though. I just have to.
Yeah, you don't really have any choice. Have you hit any, as a French, accumulated any points yet?
Nope, no points. And there's no.
Wow, what a
no deaths. I think you got to surround them.
Yeah,
and that's one of my bad things about this. I feel like I should send my cavalry around here to surround or something.
Well, you never know what might happen.
Oh yeah, I'm doing this cheesy little attack just to get rid of these dudes.
Stewart was a wuss.
Oh, you know what I should do with this guy?
Stewart was killed at what? Was it Yellow Tavern? Where we say he was racing by on a horse and some freaking yank just pointed a pistol at him and dropped him. All right, Alan. Glad you came on tonight, brothers. Good chatting, man.
Oh, gee, I hate Christmas. 7, 11, 15. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Now, that information I did get from Lee's lieutenants. Todd, did I send you one of those volumes?
You did.
I think I grabbed that because it was like 25 or 35 bucks hardback. No switch hitter, Jerry? No, not yet. Not yet. Okay, so here's the only reason I haven't played GCCW on my own is because I got a friend that we want to play through all the scenarios like Patrick Pence did on the Vassal.
How come you're not coordinating with that friend to make it happen on a regular basis?
Weren't we gonna do something? Weren't we supposed to do something last night? We had talked about it on the 20th, but you ended up playing with you and Andrew had to finish up.
Yeah, I need to set my ASL date in January and the GCACW date.
Yep. So Dev,
Oh Oh,
Todd
I
and Andrew are, the plan is right now, they're already coordinating to come out here either in April or May
Very cool.
for a week. And I'm going to drag them up to Gettysburg, maybe over to Antietam if they want to go. And we'll
Yeah,
try to
make them charge up a little round top.
Yeah, I'll drive up and meet them. Oh, hell with that. We might as well do big round top. Yeah. Todd and I we were playing all green alike, and then we just hit a snag with life stuff happening. We stopped. We were on like the 4th or 5th scenario in the base. We're only playing the basic rules now. I'm waiting, Casco. What do you got, buddy?
It's just going to keep happening here. Yeah, you got to surround these guys to kill them.
Thunder is a GC. Chuck. Hit that link. You can't put a link in the chat. We can't. It won't show it to us.
Only if you're a moderator.
Yeah.
I'll admit, there's a part of me, mentioning earlier, that I don't have the drive to do much tabletop gaming aside from work here lately. But GCACW is one I have had my eye on for a very long time.
But Dev, I'm gonna tell you that thing works really, really good in Vassal. I mean, because you're not, unlike most of the stuff we play where there's a freaking 1,000 counters on the map.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And if you're just playing the scenarios and not playing the campaigns, which I'd love to play one of the campaigns one day, but you can see most of the battlefield unless you got reinforcements moving in, like we had some of Yule's men moving in from the valley on train lines. But shit, once you move them down the train line, boom, they're there, and you're not zooming back out to any part of the map. Yeah, they are Nord. Yeah, that's why I appreciate these guys, Dev and them from Lock and Load, because they don't overprice the games, and you get a shit ton of stuff in the boxes. Oh, for those of y'all out here that don't know, Devin is from Lock and Load Publishing.
I'm number 2 at Lock and Load.
You're number 2.
Number 2, yes. Take that how you wish. But...
Who does number 2 work for?
Do not play Joey Sabin 1v1. He will stomp a hole in your ass. All right, John, thanks for coming on, buddy, man. Appreciate it.
Yep, thanks,
Good
man.
chat.
Appreciate you all hanging out. This is fun. I appreciate Devin and Hexy on here to.
I appreciate the invite.
I'm not very good company while I'm playing.
Well, see, that's why we're here. We're the color commentary. You get the joy of focusing on the battle, where Jeff and I get to be the snarky comments.
We get to rag on anything you do. Although I'm not gonna lie. So I watched you play the first one for 20 minutes. This is far cry different than that.
It is, but I'm telling you, I'm not getting any points.
I know it's tough. It's tough, isn't it? So okay, so this is, and you're no different than I am. This is where you reach that point where you say, all right, well, I'm gonna have to take some chances.
Why no? I mean, so what the Prussians are doing, they just keep kind of pushing guys back, like hitting the edges and like pushing them. And look at this little crap going on over here because I got tired of waiting.
Casca, what's the name of that one-page Yellow Tavern game? I put my glasses on.
I mean, like
I still have 2 here. Here come the Rebels, and I still have Roads to Gettysburg from the original GCCW. And it's funny because the maps I got, the previous owner, he had laminated and then cut the maps hexagonally where they joined, and they had to actually ship them from Noble Knight in a tube to me.
How big?
I thought he was playing a World War I game, Jerry.
How big is each individual panel?
They're just regular game maps.
Just regular. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he did. The
So
guy was
he
so
didn't
precise.
he didn't cut them down, and he just trimmed the hexes.
Yeah, but he trimmed them. Devin, he trimmed them along the hexes
Yeah, no, yeah,
instead
I've
of a
seen
straight
it
line
happen once or
across.
twice.
He
Yeah,
actually cut the hexes. I was like, oh my god! And I've still got it over there. I've got it rolled up. I mean, I'll never play it because I have the new one. But
That's a sign of OCD.
I know. Well, hey, we'll use the gentle word and we'll call me a collector.
An eccentric collector.
An eccentric collector.
Oh,
I sold my arm to Richmond to somebody, I think. Yeah, I've only got the 3 left. They're already working on what did they say the next one are they working on the Red River stuff or for GCACW?
I haven't heard.
That the next
I don't
one?
remember.
Battle Line back in the 70s was putting this 1-page insert into their Civil War games. It was a light-hearted joke. I wish I had not lost me. Yeah, I know. So it's like football cards or baseball cards.
Ooh. Ooh.
There's nothing wrong with counter clipping, Jerry. When I made your Gettysburg game, LFM game, when I made the counters, I clipped them. I can't help. Yeah, okay, here's how bad Hexy is. So when I first came back into gaming and I found those wonderful things, the Oregon laminations clippers,
Oh, yeah.
you know, I thought that the 2.0s were the only thing out there. And then I got my hands on a 3.0. Now, I got it on the 3.0 after all my games were clipped to 2.0.
You went back and clipped into 3.0.
Damn right. I mean, unless the counters have so much information that you would cut information off.
Yeah. I use 2.5s, and that fits just perfectly for me. So,
well, I just got in the other day, 2 more 3.0s, one of the big ones, and then I realized the big plastic clippers, and then I realized, you know what?
That's what I've got.
You can't put 1/2-inch counters in that thing because they go right down inside. But I figure, you know, that since a lot of companies are making bigger counters, you know, don't have to do your alls because they're already cornered.
Yeah, ours come pre-rounded.
But you know, like some of the new BCS games have been big counters. Some of the new stuff has been big counters that'll come in handy. Hexen counter memory video on my counter clipping disaster. Oh, that you should, Mike. That would be interesting. I laugh every time I watch McMurray do his counter clipping. You know, now that I'm thinking, I wonder if the Yellow Tavern is might be in the On to Richmond 2. Oh, what'd you do?
Hold on. Let me do my moves here. Well, first of all 2 hexes in Ligny or 3 hexes in Ligny had to retreat because they couldn't get rid of the 7-4 guy. So all the attackers left Ligny wide open.
Oh, this is a whole new game.
But all that said, I still got to kill some Prussians. Got to get them off these towns, or we're just going to keep going back and forth like that. Although this attack or retreat thing certainly helps because now they don't have to attack. But I'm going to take Ligny because I've got to. So now they got 15 points. Now they're down to 40 demoralization. But I still got to kill guys.
The hell are you, Joey? Are you a partisan that we don't know about?
1700 turn. I have now made it. No, I'm almost to make it as far as I did before. I gotta think this through differently. What's going on here?
So I think they're doubled, but terrain effects are not cumulative in combat, only for movement, according to Mike. I think that's one of the better features of games is when you have, you know, which most all games do at certain levels where you have, well, actually, I think almost all games do where you have modifiers for terrain that you're in.
See, this isn't good. Now, all 3 of these guys got to be attacked, so I got to get.
I remember when I discovered that BCS, that armor, or was it OCS? Might have been both, where armor in in an open environment like clear terrain, they got a benefit for being an open terrain. I always thought that was. I think they're the only ones I've ever seen that in. If all the units are attacking across the stream, okay, all right.
Yeah, so you want to.
Yeah, this is probably the only Napoleonic. I mean, and I'm definitely no master of Napoleonic Wars. It's one of my favorite things, but I've never read enough. I don't know if a lot of you guys will remember. There used to be a guy. He subbed to my channel. He was around for a long time. He's from England. His name was Chris Ridley, who died. COVID got him and it killed him. But he had sent me a book on Waterloo. It was individual stories from soldiers that fought at Waterloo. And I keep it on my nightstand, and every now and then I pick it up and I'll read a few paragraphs in it. But wow, what an interesting. Makes you wonder how they developed the Sharp series and where they got the information from.
Each hex is labeled as to whether artillery alert from the hex against the Can I get myself a little bit of a pickle here?
Right, Tim. Yeah. I'd say it's OCS or BCS. It might be both of them, but I know an OCS because your defender gets to choose what terrain he's in, which is really cool because you could be sitting in a hex that has swamp, mountain, or rough, and woods, and the defender will get to pick depending on what type of unit he has. Which to me would make sense because if I'm sitting on as a scout, out setting up a screen line. There might be a clear field, but there's a wood line. Well, I'm certainly not going to park in the middle of a clear field. Although I know some people that would have. I sure appreciate you guys hanging out with this. I wish that some of you guys could have seen the first game you played because this is a far, far cry. Todd's he's really applying the mechanics of the game. Yeah. God, you got nothing can get up. I guess you don't want to get up in that hole, do you? Unless you can put like 26 points up in there.
Yeah, man, this is really not very good here. I mean, I'm kind of stuck here. They're going to get bombarded and knocked out of this town.
You think?
Yeah, because
would you say? Okay, so
they have
in a town.
He doesn't attack these guys,
right? But let me ask you a question. If he chooses to attack, he's got to attack everything, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's got 13 points there. What do you got facing him?
I don't know yet. I'm not looking because I assume you can't look at their stacks until you're ready to.
Okay, all right. No, that's good. You're too honest. Sorry. I mean, you're proper. Africa 41. Joey, I didn't know you messed around with those games. Although I could see Africa 41 being up your alley with maneuverability. So what is Ligny worth? How many town hexes do you had to take?
Well, I mean, all you're doing, the reason you take the town is because you reduce the Prussian demoralization.
Okay.
So you could avoid the towns and just kind of skirt around them or do something like that, but it helps to knock that Prussian demoralization down.
How much is each hex worth? 5 points?
3. So
3. And how much is an eliminated unit worth?
Yeah, 6, 5.
Yeah. No.
7, 3. So yeah, I mean, I guess I've kind of taken the town route, but yeah, it's kind of like you not worry about that, and I think it's kind of what I was thinking that first time I played. I was going around the bend. You just got all these rivers, but yeah, I was going to try to go around because I could tell by the CRT, it's just like the
Sorry.
It's Kevin Zucker. It's like the Librarian Napoleonic Battles. The problem people have with that game is like there's no attrition. I mean, there's not very many eliminations, so you got to surround. And they're like, there's not enough, So I'm babbling here. Oh, good Lord.
I love it.
Can't even surround this guy.
Because if I didn't, I'd be in bed.
Appreciate you standing up.
Sure. It's intriguing. I feel like I'm playing.
But which side are you playing?
Yeah. Hey, I wish you could see my screensaver. I got a news for you. That fat old Prussian general is not on there. The little short, fat French one is. I get people at work that that see that on my screensaver at work, and it's funny because you think I would have some sort of ACW image.
You would think, yes,
But
knowing
that
your
Virginia. So
yeah.
But dude, is it me or just with the way things have been nowadays in recent years that just is kind of risque?
Oh, totally. You'll get shunned in a heartbeat for that.
Yeah. So I don't do it.
Well, and you called him a short. He wasn't that short. He was like 5'6", and I mean, he was taller than most of the British generals that he faced. So,
right. Thanks, Tim. Yeah, Todd's been. Todd, I'll tell you what, I know these aren't heavy rules, but you captured these rules pretty good, pretty fast.
Thanks. All right, attack. 3-1. Yeah, there we go. I could, you know what? I do need to get up to 4-1. Maybe I could do that. Because then you start to, yes, you do risk having an exchange, but you want some defender eliminated, man. You got to take some chances. Anyway, I'll go with this one for now. It's defender retreat, so it's going to display. See, that's like that getting me Jack.
you're pushing him back. Ooh.
Exactly. Who cares? Blech. Boo.
Things you could do because there's no supply rules. Is there a chain of command where you got to trace command or anything? No, you don't have no leader.
Thing in the complex, the campaign there is.
I see an opportunity.
For who? The Prussians?
No, for Frenchy boy.
All right, what do we got here? We got
there's no, I mean, so obviously any Civil War veterans are long since passed. We cannot, hell, I almost can't even fathom what today's battlefield might be like, because I got out in 92, but we can't fathom. I mean, words will never give us a perspective of what these battlefields were like. But it's all we got.
That's one thing that historian Dan Carlin always pontificates on, is that if he had a time machine, he would just want to go back and sit over battles of antiquity like Marathon or any of the great Carthaginian, Roman, my mind has completely gone to hell. Basically any of the battles of antiquity,
right?
And just to watch, because I mean, all right, gunpowder, that changed everything. You're killing people at a range. The antiquities, you're up in each other's face, stabbing each other, and what the carnage of those battlefields must have been like.
Oh no!
And the balls that they would have had to do that. And then you got to wonder, like, I know in the Civil War, a lot of times NCOs were walking behind the lines. Oh, you didn't.
13 points of French just lost.
What happened?
Well, I had them in Ligny, and these guys had to attack, and these guys were in Ligny, so they couldn't retreat anywhere. Oopsie doodles.
Yeah, but Nord, how many times did you go to reenactment where there were 60 to 70,000 people and 500 cannon going off?
Good Lord. That was brutal.
Yeah, see, Mike, I can't, okay, so some of the weaponry they're using, yes, I do. It came to existence when I was in,
Lord.
but I can't picture what that fighting's like.
Oh man, it's just the battle just totally changed.
Because of those 13 points?
That's freaking well. I mean, and yeah, attacker retreats because they had to like.
I'm surprised they're able to retreat back over that water X side with no negative.
It's just
effects.
a stream, so it's not.
It doesn't matter. It's
It's just a stream. I think there's no effect. I think the river affects it though. It's just a little trickle of water.
Todd, ban that Twitch guy, Twitter guy.
Oh, okay. How do you do that?
I can't do it from mine. I think can't you just right click on them? And...
No. I think maybe I have to be in Twitch to do it or something.
Yeah, you got to be in Twitch to do it.
Yeah, it's a Russia place. I'm sure it's fine.
Oh, I know that site. Casca, I don't know. Is that a point to point or an area game? Because look, there's only one Compass game, and plus I'm waiting on the 15 games for the Civil War that Devin's going to create in Lock and Load. But there's only one Compass game that I'm looking forward to, and that's the
ones you're going to help me create.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've got a couple of things running through my head that apply to something else. But it's just sort of jogged my train of thought.
Well, you want to sit down and talk? We can do that.
Yeah, I think I need to put a couple things on paper.
I think you need to too.
Did I miss a turn?
You would just moved into 1700.
That's what I just did. Okay, so I had my thing upside down. Okay, thank you.
Yep.
No, that's right. Yeah, because this will be my halfway point. Yeah, so now I flip over. That was pretty brutal. So what happened was I felt like I had to move into Ligny, but now after talking, I'm like, well, I guess I don't have to do that.
Well, Russians made sure you didn't have to.
I'm sure the town strategy works at some point, but it is not working now. Because now we're just like a World War I attrition. The French can't go here because I know it's going to happen.
You want to know something funny? Earlier, when you were starting to maneuver everybody into line, I was thinking, wow, this looks like Avalon Hills 1914.
I'll be right back.
It's funny. I'm now again at the halfway point going, I don't see the French winning this. Oh, my goodness. So the French lost 2 guards, which, if you did that, it would now make it so that they couldn't. I don't think this scenario is really good for that. It would make it so the French couldn't advance. I'm like, well, that would totally screw them. So I'm not using that optional rule. All right, I'm open to ideas. Anybody? What?
Oh, honestly, knee-jerk reaction, French are screwed. But what do I know? The problem is those 4 Prussian units down on the French right. You've spent too many turns trying to hunt them down, and you just keep pushing them back. You haven't eliminated them, which means your right flank, those units that are hunting the Prussians down now, you might be able to push them onto the Prussian flank, but you can't. I mean, you're too busy hunting down those stupid little stragglers down there.
Well, what if I just ignore that and just move around?
You can't ignore them because then they'll move up behind you.
Oh, Casca. I was saying the one that I'm waiting for is their tactical, kind of like the GBACW stuff for Bull Run that they haven't released yet. As a matter of fact, I haven't even heard anything about that. I have some, like I have all of Ranella's area movement games, and I have the ones from Clash of Arms. Most of that set that I actually want to play them. But I bought a bunch of the ones from ATO that I guess it was Ranella that did them, I think. And they're actually pretty cool. But I want to see that Bull Run game from Compass to see if they can actually pull off a hex encounter sort of semi-tactical Civil War game. I mean, since GBACW is my thing, then that's what I'm looking for. So it's kind of hard to get me. I mean, those of y'all that have been watching, I've played a whole lot of like off the wall Civil War games here lately. And I went through, and Todd will tell you, I went through 3 straight failures of games that just crushed my heart, crushed my soul because they were just bad. And unfortunately, the one that's going to be posting on the 31st, while I think there was a butt ton of potential in that game system, well, I'll put it to you this way. When you watch the video, the battle took 3 days to fight. My battle was over before lunchtime on the first day. And I was like, what needs to be fixed in this game? And it's simple. The game is fine, but the CRT needs to be adjusted.
And weren't those 3 games all the same battle? You were trying to find a decent.
Well, so the Chancellorsville was the 3
Chancellorsville,
jerkers that I had.
Yeah.
Until I hit Pinnacle of Victory. Pinnacle of Victory is pretty good. But nobody likes it. But I'm thinking about trying to find a second copy because the only thing I found wrong with it was it needed more informational counters. There weren't enough counters to cover all the information stuff that needed to be accounted for.
Well, stupid question. Did you try Avalon Hill's 1967 Chancellorsville?
I think I actually still have that, Dev. I think I still have that. I sent McMurray the Bull Run game.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I am going to be going after again here real soon. So I downloaded the cleaned up rules. Is Gettysburg 77, the advanced game? I'm going to be tackling that again this coming year. Yeah, a GCACW is a phenomenal system. It is really, really well done. You don't have to play the advanced game to get some great gameplay out of it, as Todd and I have proved. It's just a marvelous system. And like I said, I think their next burst is the Western stuff, I want to say. Because they've pretty much done. I mean, I guess you could do. So they've handled the Vicksburg area. So that would include probably everything from Shiloh. What are we talking about, Mike, for Chancellorsville, or the Chancellorsville one that I liked was Pinnacle of Victory? So I'm not sure what's left. They've done. Georgia's done. The Mississippi done. Tennessee's done. Virginia is done. Antietam and Gettysburg, those campaigns are done. And I do know for a fact that so Stigler's game is next for GBACW, and then the rewrites of 3 Dog, which will be following, will be the next one, which you can already pre-order. And then they're redoing Red Badges of Courage, and they're doing Chickamauga. I would like to see them redo. They don't necessarily need to, but Murphy's-Row. But I understand the next new one they're working on, other than the Wilderness, which I've already test played that, is they're going to be doing redos of the battles like Wilson's Creek, those out there. Yeah, CWBS is great. Love it, Tim. Tim, is this your first venture? Is Into the Quiet Fields 2? Is that your first CWBS game? Mike, did I not post a video on there the other day? Maybe I did. Maybe I forgot to post it.
Oh, gosh.
Pinnacle of Victory. Oh, I got two things in BGG. No, I didn't. I did not post. Sorry. I will need to do that.
That looks like that was a big AR.
That's what I like to do.
Go big or go home, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I need to post my video on that.
This is going to be the same thing.
Tim, you're going to like that system. Like I was telling you the other night, most of the game mechanics will come easy if you played any Hexacounter game. Just master the orders, and it's not really that difficult. Just think of you're standing in the field as a commander of something, telling somebody to do something with their formation. Don't overthink it. But when you write the order, as you'll see many mentions in the designer's notes, Dean's notes, stick to the orders you wrote and don't try to work your way around them, because that's what makes the game fun.
Todd, I think that unit was 1 hex forward.
This guy?
Yeah, I think that artillery was 1 hex forward, wasn't it?
And he was here.
Oh, was he? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was in the city.
Well, Mike, they've added East Cavalry Field to it in more scenarios. They're not doing Fall Blau either. Casca, was Compass redoing it? Because I've got Fall Blau from Compass.
Is that the one that's card assisted?
No, it's where they copy the Victory in the West system.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Gosh.
Plus also GBACW, they're going to be putting out the easy play rules.
Stig's not happy about that.
Yeah, well, I wasn't either. But after Dick Whitaker talked to me, I was like, okay, he's right. If it'll pull more people into the system. There are still 20.
It's like the fervor that's Aslak's starter kit. Advanced Squad Leader starter kit.
Yeah.
Run your hand in front of your camera. There you go. Thank you.
There you go. I mean, I get the arguments both for and against starter kit. It does teach you bad habits. Well, it doesn't teach you bad habits. It just doesn't teach you the full habits if you're going to step into squad into full ASL. But by the same token, full ASL is a bit daunting, and you need to have something as a stepping stone to get you into it.
Hey, if I didn't have starter kit, I would not own any. And because of starter kit, I buy everything Todd buys.
Yeah.
Well, it's because but I mean, it does happen. Yeah. Prussians finally lost some guys. Good Lord.
I'm also going to delve into some more line of battle this coming year too. Got that on my hit list. I want to see if I can play Gettysburg like Callendale did, where both forces flipped sides on the map. That was funny. One thing you can say about Callendale, he plays the games and he plays them to the end. Good point, Ulan. Yeah, Mike, I didn't post it. I was sitting there looking at it now. I need to post the one where I played the the first scenario I played because I never got to finish the full campaign. I needed to do something else.
Ulan, I wouldn't say that ASL starter kit teaches you bad habits. It just, like I said, it just doesn't teach you the full habits. Like there's no bypass movement in starter kit, and that is pretty damn vital when you step into the full. So it's not like it's a bad habit of not knowing it. It's just there's just more that you have to learn. But people say that starter kit teaches you bad habits. I don't really see it that way. I never have. But you know, mileage may vary.
Right, Tim. Yes, it is. I agree. Because you never know what Murray's going to say.
He's our little bundle of chaos. And me, I just can't speak of the English tonight. So.
Because we're playing a Prussian and French game.
I have now gone longer than I did on turn wise.
This just seems more like a black powder type game. The only thing that's missing, I think, from this system, and maybe there's rules to that, is the cavalry, the power of a cavalry charge. Todd, you've done a great job with this tonight. You really have.
Yep.
Thanks. All right, so it's 15. So Prussian demoralization is down to 40. They have 10% of that lost. The French have a 35, and they have 13 lost. So, all right, so now let's do another evaluation, but half a turn further. The French have to win the game, and so in 3 turns, they have to destroy. If they hold the towns they've got, they have to destroy 36 more points
Of Prussian?
Yeah.
of Prussians.
And how many have you destroyed so far?
4 in 4 turns, and that's because the Prussians had to attack at very low odds. It was only so I'm like, okay, so I had not done well again as the French, but now at least I used it did seem to it seemed to play better. It's just my strategy is not good. So, but that's not unusual. I guess what I'm saying here is I just don't think the French can do it because they'd have to totally change their philosophy and like surround. I mean, it's like going to be.
Well, in Ulan, I think he said it earlier, him or Mikey. So it's your highest point there where the French are into the Prussian line. I said I'd have to do some research, but that was Ulan mentioned earlier that could have been an envelopment spot early before the Prussians adjusted to it. But I don't know if you could have got the forces there and across quick enough.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it almost seems like and no slight to you, Todd. The French needed to move faster. Now, I don't know how much faster they could have moved because I did kind of miss the whole first turn. But it just seems that the French were not in a good position by the time the Prussians got into position. Basically, the Prussians just have to kind of sit back now at this point. They really don't have to do anything.
No, right? No, they don't.
Yeah.
And could you have been? Was it okay? Because I can't remember now, but was it possible to have been more aggressive or better stacks in that first attack on the left side?
Over here?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I felt like I handled this well and took that town quick, but then the Prussians moved up there and like Devin said, as a Prussian, I'm not going to move up there. Now, I'm at a point where it's stalemate because if the French move up here, I have to get basically what needs to happen is you got to push them back enough where you get an opening and then you can flank them and then you attack and then they have to retreat into your thing, which is how these 2 French guys, they got themselves in a pocket. Keeps rigorous.
Todd is the kind of person that I can see this will get set up again. It will, because I've seen him do this with other games. I wish I had that patience.
Yeah, now I'll have to go check out like Mike's video now that I've played it a couple times and just kind of zip through it and see what he did. Well, I don't know how well he did, but I could play Andrew and just watch what he does, and he'd be in the Quatre Bar right now or something. He wouldn't be this far. The game would be won. All right. Now that's cool, man. I mean, it's fun for sure. Let's think about this. It's fun. I just haven't cracked what I need to do. It's just like that Bolds game, man. It's fun. Get to, yeah, it's just easy. I mean, there's nothing to think about, which is nice. I mean, the rules wise, for the most part, unless I read it all wrong and set it up wrong. But you can just kind of think about what you need to do to win it.
Right, Brian. This is the second time he's played this scenario tonight.
I did, yeah, definitely went faster. Yeah, because that other one was a mess up and I'd played that first part of the turn. Oh gosh, that was like a while ago actually. I set that original one up. Yep, that's cool. Now I think it is cool that you can play them all separate and then combine them for the campaign, which would look pretty cool. And then you add the commanders. It'd be nice. I wonder if you could add the commanders in like this, just to kind of get used to how they work, what they do. They probably just really help with bringing troops back in, and hey, it's cool. Hey, thanks everybody. Thanks guys for coming on, hanging out.
Good stuff.
I'm going to shoot a vid to kind of do a summary thing of it, so you guys don't need to hear me do that, but you guys can. But I don't know if everyone else wants to hear it.
Great play.
Yep, no, it's fun, and yeah, it's a quick. If you had two people that knew the rules, I'm sure they could crank through this thing. Like each scenario. Yeah, they could.
Oh, well, okay. Well, here, let's sum this up in one statement. One sentence. What would you have to change to win this as the French if you played it again?
Oh man, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Okay. I mean, I like coming across this, getting across the river and kind of holding that line, but it seems like a huge commitment of guys for that. But the guards are able to get up here in 2 turns. I mean, I don't think I could do the guards much faster. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be, they get to here, I think. I mean,
and he didn't commit the guard anyhow till late in the fight when he saw an opportunity to just completely disrupt.
That's what you're supposed to do with the guard, is you hold them into reserve to use them as an exploit.
Well, yes, okay. Because they don't have cavalry and stuff. But I didn't even get that chance to exploit. I mean, I kind of did here at Ligny, but then they kept getting, I killed a bunch. Yeah, so both my losses were because of bad moves on the players, on the Prussian Spartan, sort of. I don't know. I don't know, Jeff. I mean, my first time I played, I was trying to get guys to go around here and break across the river to surround, and now I but I called that off because I'm like, well, this isn't getting anywhere. But maybe it would. I mean, like, there's no roads. You got to go up to the river, cross. It's going to be like basically a boom, boom, stop. So let's see. These guys would be, well, first of all, they got to battle through these guys. I'll go around this way. So they could probably get to the river in 2 turns. But 3 turns are over here. So that's at 1,600. At the same time, you start to push over here. I mean, I think there's a ton of cavalry. It makes me think you got to go over here and get behind these guys.
Right.
Make more of a concerted effort to do that, because there are no you got a bunch of cavalry guys over here, and I'm like, you got these guys here. These guys can move up here to cover this backside, but these guys, I think they go over here and flank around.
I tell you, the French cavalry is pretty good size. That could be quite a bit. It's cool because you're going to make your notes to yourself, and yeah, I see you playing this again.
Don't tell me how to live my life, devil woman. Yeah, and then all these guards, as Devin says, kind of come up here looking for that opportunity.
Good deal. All right, I'm off to bed.
Guys, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. It's been fun.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
Yep. All right, we'll see you all. Thanks a lot.
Bye,
We'll see
everybody.
you. Have a great holiday, everyone. If I don't see you, bye. No, it's not a Sharpie meandering mic. I hope not. No, it's a dry erase. That's funny. You say that, and like that would have been a fun way to end that the life of that plexi. All right. Anyway, see you guys.